enemy unity turn or de ba no enti say oye delegator like you have no reason than to attend. It's the unity turn in the Mizengu. Abeswaba, ama party, Duma na efe, aya kono, ayede, ujina ho. Now to say, ye tunum, we are the new patriotic party. We are the new patriotic party. The elephant is irreversible. We shall win to save Ghana. The elephant is irreversible. We shall win to save Ghana. Mr. Kupujina Hona say honorable Ken Saje Mike na. No honorable Ken no timi ginger we no ono oje o say Obriman kume Osune chini abwa. Sadie we say untra party no munche ya party no sunsun wo mpa untumi nka bi na honorable Ken bomu say ana to say party for sunsun aiden aba wo ho enti the unity turn there a very good idea esese ye nyina ye de ahoden support unity turn but by the time honorable Ken cover the 276 constituencies in this country no the spirit of the new patriotic party, the spirit of the saying JB Dankwa no ne mpanifo mo share party as with the tradition nyina no sign aba back ama mpanifo hu say baby adri ye hia osabarima ye hia okukudrufo a esese ye de ne kwa akono and the say nipa no and honorable Ken OHENE Agyapong. This is a very good time.
Even looking at honorable Ken, on him say before say obemu in 2023 no.
Yes.
Now anytime ubiana yebeka say internal primaries course ubiano. Eya na yakeka nipa ne bom ne yehia wo mo ewo baby. But this is the man awaka say no. Ma yenko party base na nkasa. Omonai so said they are part of the party.
Exactly.
Or the Shasia in 2023 and say the same thing. No others need to me.
Honorable can believe say MPP be MPP the FAPM kesiye no ejina the grassroots polling station executives so be kaya tama MPP impo share thank you to say after the 2024 defeat no honorable can ojina mpanifo anim ka kire say enipa na nka sie hie omo ne no me thank you to no omo ne polling station for no because omo na eba so tro omo koje eba tendidi a omo je because they are closer to the people omo wura nkofo fie door to door what you say enti all the time no honorable Ken per se or did that recognition no emma the polling station executives electoral area coordinators constituency executives enti honorable Ken or am unpair that cluster of winner you say Adenta Medina Ayawa so west Ayawa so central munyina mehia fa akoni ani nkomo no honorable Ken pe and the person e ba say MPP primaries oko constituency by constituency
na TV so say part of the campaign no eni na we atmosphere amanfo edihia no na hwa ahokeka ewo
yes enti say ohwa all the time no person ohia nkofo na ohwe say ahai esese yesei we constituency we enema na wa ebetinya ento no open constituency by constituency na oba ohwe wo constituency no mo hwe niema ye ohwe be yi a no de ama ento no okate obia policy a tailor made enya say ade a ye kawa you what say wasa menfi no obegina madina na oka debi weekend something happened at or the saying tema east unso na boba aya na owo Ghana made product bi a or de kire omanfo no tema east almost share na ni nyina we on abo start so okasa no ana honorable PK on tema east the fisher folks and them betinya ya ma fishermen and them obetimi ama a groupie the fishermen no among the fishing vessel and they are called into we no catch them so and yama we there or the betrom keke but e ba bia tema east for ne dia sa nioma o ka ho asem e ba oil palm ne and yama betinya ye no who say tema east no dynamics no different
okay
into say baby obedu bia no or the one message ne nam ɔhwɛ constituency no nneɛma ebetumi ayɛ wɔ mu area no nneɛma a ɛyɛ fertile wɔ hɔ na waka akyerɛ mu nneɛma nyinaa betumi de yɛn nsa asom ayɛ ama na ayɛ yie enti that has been Honorable Ken approach.
That is nneɛma yɛwɔ resources ne dada wɔ hɔ yɛ a yɛbetumi aba abɛyɛ sɛ committed leader
that is the point
betumi ayɛ ama yɛn nyinaa yɛnyɛ adwuma
nneɛma a yɛ produce ne nyinaa ne yɛ nneɛma a Mr. Nkum yɛn nkɔnkɔfra bi mfi obi maa so Honorable Ken nneɛma a ɔka ho asɛm nyinaa yɛ nneɛma a locally made yɛ nneɛma yɛdua aburo banche kube watermelon pineapple name it share no what shall be there betimi di aye
yes
and those are the things that enkofo ehia se e be so masene na matimi aden e di aye amana ye yie enti enye se e bia asem na oka no ese se nipa dwen akọ se na pineapple ye kan etesen e down na ho e ba brobe a obi a di bi krom ha e ba kube a obi a no mbi na onabo kire se de won kube mo e betimi anya ne kese no rather we are not utilizing that one as a kube no Ghana for emphasis so many kube ho ye ba be say 10% okogina ho na ye bo kube ni ma na onum wi a
onum na wo ka no ebi na wo hweti
exactly
okutaya wo de extra delegate no na obu som say sa niama wo ye ntimi nya na ha
that's the point
this is it that
is the point
Pein, you've met your match. Our new wipes help protect against
dollars Eddie Cockraba no. Mr. Nkum say one of the product Honorable Ken the chair. I na me share sana me yat it me ne coconut juice. Kubensuo.
Yes.
Ya kan no e wo kan mu. Ne imported from say Australia or say hefa ne de aba Ghana. Kubensuo kube ye sisi ada so no ne uniba ho yi. Ninsuo na obi akane na de abrɛw.
Na ya the dollars akoto de aba
kube enyo Honorable Ken anka me maintain impedisem da se de ye fly isam na Ghana for hwe na se a Russia Ukraine war yi ba yi ne ho sensem na ye kokra ye se isam efi eyi o the Ukraine ba na ema na se ni se ye kube de ye fly ye de kube ye sugar coconut sugar organic Mr. Nkum na de ne ma afrafro
da bi
enti Honorable Ken stress say we mu nyina ye niam ye betimi aye amana ye fe o ye krom ha de hia no ye the leadership wo de be di animu and the political will that's all and he's the man now what prove ya say when it comes to Ghana you can't beat him that is why his agenda is Ghana first in fact before he decides to do anything he obisana who say we ebeye Ghana for fair na ebeboa Ghana da I say place before you be or say asem biara meka ade biara meye ese me bisa say ebeye yesu fair na asem biara Honorable Ken ka ade biara Honorable Ken ye no obisana who say we ebeboa Ghana na say boa Ghana dia then that gives him the confidence to go ahead to do it Honorable Ken no about the 276 constituencies of Ghana. So we can 2023 obontoa ko di nyina onim de wo ko bia onim eno ntina wa select some of the constituencies any regions wa kwa asase bi wo ho a onim de asase no ebetumi aye because we asase no dua so banche na enye ya onkwaje mfa ma ye banche onu so dua so aburo na enye ya onkwaje mfa nya aburo enti no Honorable Ken ni area bia ne strength a ewo ho ne asase no niam ade hye form a eyeye enti so okokade ne important a he's talking about oil palm eniam oil palm ne ebetimi dia ye wo ho eniam eye sa crude palm oil a ye de bi ye samana ye de bi ye fry to no sa anwo ne nyina wo ho ana oba ba bi ti say northern region I said I out is Honorable Ken can that share tree na ho na e de ye niam bebre Honorable Ken can say the way asatama fruit no eye de no ese etimi blending with orange and I say any other fruit you betimi dia juice amaya set up that production line about the northern region enti babia the ni kire no onim dia oye and na Honorable Ken so ka kire ne say onfa constituency by constituency ene niam e betimi aye na aboa constituency for no aboa party for no ama omoniomo omoye nyina no atimi ya den aye yi a untumi nyi Honorable Ken constituency be and who ntimi nkyerɛw de obetimi aye wo ho enti he is the man was study the terrain, he knows the nneɛma bi a wɔ Ghana ana eno na me ka kyerɛ say yeti wo krom ase yeti sika so ekomo de yen enso fie nwotwetwa mu ne yɛda so ti sika no so na ekomo de yen Honorable Ken de osisika no yeti so he is always saying say sika wo krom ha but sika no krom ha yen fa ya no na eka it has to be backed by actions. Enti so your politician na nim say sika okrom ha e de na wo ya ma omanfo anya say sika no ho mfaso. That is the agenda of Honorable Ken. It is one am no kanwuma asem no kanwuma asem no kanwuma asem na onim dia oyeden o ka kire.
And one or making sure say industrialization by Juma
exactly
Ghana.
Yes.
They are also talking about tourism. Tourism.
Yes.
Tourism.
Yes.
Any ekwanya ibetimi afaswa yedi sika ebeba Ghana.
Yes.
We nkoma yebeka say chese so common ewa ha. But for you to get leader or what pepano so obetimi aye emana bemu no eno ne asem no because opani onim say talking about tourism no ye wo oman awodo bi o ha sabi ensuo kra no say betom eden ensuo ntom but these people omatimi abomodin atimi the tourism edidi omudi which eniama womo ewo kra na omode eye no kra no artificial but oba ye die ya ye wono in excess aden na ye de ntimi nye
enti you say Honorable Ken we ka kire say eniama bebre wo Ghana see developing year abrofo ne ba they will spend more than they are spending now. What I say there be oka say okay obroni atua sika ba wabedu Cape Coast wako Kakum National Forest wako Nanti Canopy walk no so we are witness
dey be
one sha no was sent to Kaba Accra beda ese so ultimate develop that site now create or the saying hotels for ho now create restaurants for ho na Cape Coast etiwi ene fanti eno na ese dey serve you now broni fi abrochire ba na asama no fried rice ne jollof rice edi wo ho there
woman experience
we say Saturday or catch the tema east for ne ayi krote for say abrofo ne ba na so omo ba ebe hwe ye tourist site ni nyina wi a esese ye nkran dokono ye chi ye nam ibi ne de bobo ginema najo ohwe sinke ye hye bonfire bi ne de bobo ginema na ma yisa obrone no hu bi da enti ano kra no ma ne kwa osaye den eba bi me papa na ebu bebi say adi biem na ma hoho eden esere ye enti say okona so besan ba na ye experience bi a obabenya eden Ghana na oba na se aduane a odi wo London no eno na odi wo aduane odi wo New York no eno na obedi wo ha ene say okwa na onsan ma biem enti let's give them our local content
ne man mekobi sa na wo de didokono no entinam na wawai na nukakra
eno crop experience
a man nice experience
what you say
okwa na okachira ne nkofo omo so be perform
na obu hoba mokono na kenkeni keke ana wate ya bi opeso ede obeka bi hwe na abechichi sausage abema ne sandwich anopedi dia ene na okwaya na so bai it he believes that all the tourist sites no you betime develop it at fusing with our local content, our tradition, our culture, so that nkofone ba omukwa omubenya experience bi say yako Ghana yenya koto papa dem yenya experience bi ewo ho experience ni ye niema ye ni kohu ye niema ye aduane ye di ye asabi ye hu ye ene sa niema no emma sa nipa na ngasa no all the time Ghana is at the back of his or her mind say me kwa me den me sign ababiem the tourism Honorable Canada me no ka say o si oba be yi tourism ministry no e de akọ Volta region ye so oba oni ni be di hu nko na wa kire extensively the reason why and we be say ade na o kan no so no pepe pro no except for say ko enti no enkoba say all the time say nkum ene me no me ye kwa Accra na park car na afa Uber because you go do ho parking space unya bi ubetimi ase wo time nyina wo traffic because nipa no nyina bodom pimako ministry area ho akwa transacting business na other parts of the country no aye ghost town. That is the reason why Honorable want to decentralize other ministries. Ninyina to just create life in those regional capitals for people to also have their livelihood. It's a very good thing. Honorable Ken, when it comes to tourism, onim Volta region, onim Ashanti region, tourist site, onim Eastern region, tourist site, Western region, onim. Every tourist site in Ghana, Honorable Ken has it in his palm. Onim dia opese oyewo honyina. And ayadia ema many because you see, Mr. So obia, otsena si din na odwen sa na ema no ho a, odwen ho say ade we betimi aboa Ghana paade and nioma pa abeka ho de aboa e.
Me say me call your friend is saying ofri techima kentampo. On say nansen kentampo waterfall so.
Yeah.
Edru baby krama
oye na bi kosi ho. Yes.
Na me call ya me kodru ho no. Na me say what? Ya was sad ye way ewa ha. Ana ye bre wo man mu. Because a honen nko akra no siasia de ni konwa kentampo waterfalls no nko no. Ebetimi aketi employment over 1,000.
Bebre.
Eti ade na se atena wo mamu ni ya won.
Bebre.
Na we no na so nam no kan na ebi say openi o kan no credo do.
Oh, there be say
leader de ni kwa so o kan no politics ye kan no kre bebre sa. Hey,
Bizenkum, say we a leader na person survive ya. Ade ba ko masua fi Honorable Ken ho ne say adwen no nyame de mawa enye wo nko awo de ya. Share with the people. Let the people also buy into your ideas. Nyame de bibi mawa ohun. Certain aspect of it on farm.
Yeah.
You also need other people to come and complement your idea with almost the nyame de amom no. Into so share with omo moti hon and then me see ya don Honorable Ken koko gina tourist site bi na say on the history of that tourist site mra menya so behu ni nyina.
Yeah.
But say ahemfo ni mpanimfo wo krom ho no on betimi a kire wo yi a bowe on discover e on betimi a kire wo nananom on discover e on betimi a kire wo the significance of ebo no in even their culture and their tradition there. Sankofo ni nyina betimi ye training wo apolish wo kasa omo brofo amone foreigners be di nkomo awon be competent tourist tour guides on betimi dem afasa ne omanimu nyina ama sa Honorable Ken ni so di hu no ebetumi ani abeye kese a emfaso be ba ho enti Honorable Ken ba no mo ka o ka kire mo say me am ye hoho no mpo no. This is what I have discovered. Me ka kire say ya na osofo Dr. Mensa Utabo Kasembi or scientists, they don't manufacture knowledge, they discover. Enti ade bi ho a somebody would discover the historical antecedents of all those things. Now also no etimi aboa ama adwen na nyame de aboa say ye the way be ye no wonso etimi ade developing am
so obi discover unhia obi ono nso betimi modify ade no in a way ade mfaso beba
tourist sites no e Ghana ha menye sure say Honorable Ken discover
there be
but the nyame de adom ne say yenya discover wie. How do we commercialize them? How does Ghana benefit from those sites? And only Honorable Ken na chede nyame de adom no. So you know we say he smell money. It's not like he's smelling money for smelling sake, but he sees opportunities. Say nyemo we betimi atwiki ni kakra betimi adane mu kakra sika ede be ba no. Ayese wa miso nko akogina say obi bu nsuo ho na bi atap no wa chi ni kitwa bi na nsuo ni so ko one idea or who could say ade obie na ebiso be ba
kese
tu no say som na ebie na fe fura aboso ogina ho din no show. That is the gift Honorable Ken na media channel. Enti this is the time Ghana ade ye ahohoaho ade ma ye nyina say yemfa ya ye do ya ho ode ye nyansa ene ye mpai bo nyina ntanechi na all the ideas enya media dom no enti me de embrem na Honorable Ken pick it on the sector by sector, especially tourist sites na Ghana. Mr. Ngum, ede ani koko. Ede ani gold. Yamo yanka say ya niyama ya tuegu. Honorable Ken catch over $2 million or say 2.something million of yam and they say every year. Enti say your leader or this at the back of your what I say? Over this at the back of your mind, they say, Sam Yama we know. You bet me utilize, you bet in the Yama or say, or be creative yam warehouses. That technology, you bet me store yam for over 8 months.
Talking about yam, Ulim say, and you be buy yana a susubia say, every year be our Ghana, bayra a pro, a say, I'm here to go and find your way. Okay, kabomwa, nisika no. over 300 million US dollars.
So you can imagine.
Ya tugu esekwa every year biya.
Esekwa. Bible says for lack of knowledge, my people perish. So for the lack of knowledge, you perish in Ghana. Because knowledge now, you did store by your number can say, there was our technology now, everything that I store yam for 8 months. Mr. Nkum, so now, $300 million as sema okay. And you Ghana nego. Because what talk by your coffee, and now watching up pro. What you say?
Yeah.
Some farmer so what to buy a good farm gate or no. And so talk about community, not by any pro. Because opportunity only be or then buy the kubu. And yes, just go us until I'm 24 will be in Casa Pudu shit. But as yeah, it's by the time go on the jatum, na pro na share say. But so will be a over process by Reno. Because you ain't me by there, Ghana and Bessie, Emanensa. No way.
The reason I said this man has been consistent. On say per and comma ye dear. And was say only minister be di home come. Also, oh, sir, by there, say per se, yeah, no one see a tutu from the aside, and a bit me, I'm gonna check
it seems ideas, you see, and I am not so because a young phone fish through no more.
Man, how?
Oh, sometimes, and yet Obiana or what, sir, I do much idea. Or that sorry ideas about the team and I know Biano what that on you see in as much as honorable Ken Namia Dominus Adiano. The man is also connected to a lot of business people in several sectors. And when it comes to the agro sector, manufacturing, how I best service, your best store Sanyama okay, and the partners be any other business people what that ideas, to store the yam for that 8 months, any warehouses, So this man can just at the tip of his finger, a pencil, we bet me. And it is very important to say, you better honorable can that opportunity. Near to me, utilizing Yama a woody muno, and then the connections are over the years through his business life, what me make it across the world. Not all for investors in Mrakuma. And baby of best of them Ghana how. But Mr. Nkum, the issue is that the trust that they will have in the system, the leadership that is being provided by the country, the political stability in the country, President Nankasa Otesono, or no Ankasa, ne connection in the politics, so one created that enabling environment, I'm the business community, I'm feeling comfortable. Mr. Nkum, there's no way they will come and pump their money in your country to invest. Because a big crown and your priority. That is the point. Oh, and to about who fast home what Nedjuma now by so. But what's in Asia? Okay, 1, 2, 3, say, let's get it done. Then you give them the needed support to make sure, say, and near my omu and then your mom in as much as of your investment, no more returns and so on. Ghana will be the biggest beneficiary. A bit me bois. Ama Ghana so no a mebunu any nipe woman hejumanyan. Mr. Nkum, just imagine say Ghana Sabaya ye can was say ye barber store for 8 months. Mr. Nkum, ye create warehouses across Ghana. Yam no industries be here be and they are processing into that yam fryer on Abokanwasemi. Those who are going to do the yam chips, those who are going to do other things with the yam. Nina production lines are set up. Into nipel te hono. So what done by and that's what him fan. You buy any bad, time buy any ban. Who say a Juma day. Inti all the time and I'm say industry no na ono no on timi nye na ho say or yes seasonal production as I say timi also increase production of the yam into that eba be year long cycle all the time na ba year all the time yen timi nya season me say season bi aba ba year ko
na sabre dia ba year aba say dia ba year ba
enya kwa na year betimi aba mi say kum obeto mako 10 for 50 cedis. A baby will be able to buy about 200 cedis. Yeah. Then so now the Apro a good moon in because he is saved by now.
There's so much blockbuster entertainment on Paramount Plus, it's unskippable. Nope.
So it'll be good.
The Wild West.
You bet your ass. We have a situation developing.
So I'm not going to tell you what to do, but...
farmer no so benya aduane a oye no ho because post harvest losses no aya na ginsem
too much
and also no do ade no kwani be sori anopa na de yar mpo ne say aso ne sikan ya o Mr. Nkum aso ne sikan ya no mde do na ono abu ken ka say sa ne ma ne ye be ya we have to go beyond aso ene sikan ni yemfa yenya mechanized farming yemfa or the same tractors and plowers ni sa planters no ne niam ye betimi de adua o ka se ye call casa de ropa omo wo amfidi a omo de dua potatoes no and omo wo harvesters omo kotu potato anya nipa na de nsa kotu o omo harvesters o nto tu afidie no no de nam ho na efuntum asase na wo na wa adwene se ofuntum asase obeba na ka na chi ayema na atu in Mr. de nwanwa ne se ebetu every single potato a chef from hodie e de ato ade enum enti so tama na brother say e harvesting na in no time ya harvesting de nyina awie na ode aba abe process hwe dwuma so a na kasa de ropa fodi si e di potato bread Sunday man nyina sa discover onim honorable ken na ebi for the first time o come here tea answer ye de ani chire mu o kasa de ropa akohwe ne omo ye oho potato sweet potatoes omo friend sweet flesh potatoes orange one be just say de the chips the cracksan the pie the bread kofi mo ogina hay me se yakwa odia manka bibi ya ye no ye ba ade eche no yare
obeyare
what I say eyade a ubetumi aye amena ye yie enti we enye rocket science ye niam ye dua ba chini body ona bu kan say ye processing bank ne body idea fufu boxes ya ne sabatas one dey say we get tintim dia on dey age say ye cancel wedi sa ne ma ne nyina body na eye waste ye betimi process it all the time ubenya bi adi anadwo awiaw you can prepare ni nyina ya ne o ma Mr. Nkum uhia leader or this animal nyina ba be adwuma ni enjai ene ochina na service industry sector no ana ye di akira na fe wanye yi afe no akopie ubra no mo IMF so mo ma mebo wa mismanage bibia kwalankete ni wa sikansu bukrom ha ai betimi aboa ama nkofo farmers ufisa de ya okuani bi de ne service Nkum obekwa fuom wakodua ne yoma na afia so na ne tomatoes apro dabi nemom okote a unim ade mpo ya ne se omonso omkoto ne manfi akuafo no ho no onu se tomatoes no ne last span sha ana kuani ni technology bi odi save tomatoes no enti se ne okono so we wan 10 cedis na kuani ni oni options obeka se obeji ana onye because ade obede no wa anye a tomatoes ni eden pro no de amemrefe na waje na de ya ne se sangofo no koto fi farm gate ho de back room a tomatoes o turn 1 cedi no abeka ma 5 cedis no a one ram pam no momu no enya ho mfaso be 200% na wote efom ho na da bia se wo a wo yokuani no e ka na wo bo we cannot continue to be doing that it all the time no honorable Ken can semina he knows what he's talking about onim niema a opese ode and they hear say honorable Ken ehwehwa the support of the new patriotic party delegates something about crossing this first headily no about the flag bearer na Ghana for the na all the time omusu say NPP for the honorable Ken Agyapong ba meto aba man no ye de sa honorable Ken Agyapong no kwhwe sa ankofo ni nse wi a na omusu 7 December no omatumi akoto abade am honorable Ken enti eye ade a eye feasible bi honorable Ken ka bia no eye tried and tested. He is not reinventing the wheel. The only thing down about here and the political power to do sanyema na o kan nyina no say ebeboa amagana so no yetumi apeja yenoma yeyem enti a very good thing na bibia say ye ne de boa na abokan Mr. Nkum esese yetumi ye ne boa na ono abokan so no ye woni mu no onfa medum Ghana.
All right, enti eno ye Albert Asmani political za na mene no etin konwa so ya ye di nkomo ewa ha ye de program atwen incoming flag bearer for the new patriotic party in a person of Honorable Kennedy OHENE Agyapong Ebanafe ye di nkomo ewa ha enkuta hu ahodo a woko eye constituency by constituency ene NPP ma edi nkuta hu delegate what didn't say to money mono. Today he's going to share it with the world. Nafi minu mienu so no yemunia a womb and so medical akatro say bronyam ane yadru enti esese making sure so to niam ye na enne ade ba ko aye den pa e wo Ghana ha ene se ubetimi enye fie atop ana so se empo wa watimi asi fie ni bi na opese woton tiemio me say enne ade ba ko aye den e wo Ghana ha ene se ubenya fie atop ana so se wankase wasi fie ni bi na opese woton eden papa wahwe ya fe be kwa be wi akire no na usika puduo na nkasa wo de hye edan na ase ne kra no na onsanka enu nti ane yese se ebia na wo ka hyerete ebro so opese woton.
At AJ Bell, we're all about making investing easy. So easy, you can open an award-winning ISA in under 15 minutes. Even this chap can do it with his teeny tiny arms. AJ Bell, feel good investing.
Na ya ye juma da enye ne abusua meka eye CO233 Emporium Company Limited adwuma ya bono do so chen wo twen wi me pa cho wankasa bra ne ni sawso na ebia na usikasem enso so unyanya ka usikasem begina brane ema won so no sabi wa be ye defo ansa na nso so chese udisia na awai ode tare na abu uye ni sei na to chese wa ya enye yi a bomodin se ubetimi aba ya hweye CO233 Emporium ye ne yebetimi aboa ema niama akoyie abusua pe ye kira kwan ye wo jowuru uduru a ye ben eye pig farm runabout no frɛ ni nkomo na fa bibia enye kama 0244 533 082 0244 533 082 afei ubetimi asan frɛ we so 0208 318 497 0208 318 497 na one CO233 Emporium Limited edin komo ye beboa amaniama akoyie tabia takum eba ye pe na emmeme binom ye shase
so bring me baby abwa Ghana na Ghana beyo eyo efremi nwaro so bring me baby abwa Ghana na Ghana beyo eyo efremi nwaro Ghana, adeshe mama, mama minister, mama ye febia.
It's 61 0243 68 6861 na fe yeni ho enkomo ye feme Mr. Income enche sabato we afe beba na fe messages a edi kan aba no ode eno no amaye na maka kire se honorable Kennedy onye Agyapong enam kwan so ya ye ne no ebedi nkomo e ofiduem ha na in the meantime ne Albert Asmani political za ene yesi nkonwa ya yedi nkomo ye prapra kwam ede atwan the incoming flag bearer for the new patriotic party, and then of course the next president for the Republic of Ghana, and ye chain on afi yedin komo ama bibia aye kama. Now za ma ye resadi obi asemu a oka and say Honorable Ken, the name Unity Tour o choose you know. It tells you say or you're politically inclined because a near be on more akoso party more. Ama enipa mako mo ye party mo 2.1 million. It decided say ye ntoaba am obi busa say e kwan be na ebetimi afa so e beka party no e de abom and the name unity tour apie na wo hwe adwuma eya it tells you say party no ewe ni da so
yes
ahead of 2028
yes Mr. Nkum say wo hwe honorable Kena abra NPP edi nkuguo a omo betina afie pena party for no yen hihye bi say say yekọ even though yen we need there by yen kọ ne yen kọda party for na say dom de to say thank you to abom de thank you to no share so no honorable Ken epie mu aten omo hyase wo takrade oje mic no asem odi kan ya ne say boni bia ya ye mu bia no party ya ye mo fanche honorable Ken was interested in apologizing to the party members for that more treatment omo ankasa party dem o mabra no mo abem say na oti say na ye maame adwo asafo gina dom kwa benya say Ghana for pamo NPP fi abamu because of family and friends honorable Ken Koye no o patch on say family and friends are ba me anu be nyina no so monye den omo fanche honorable Ken was interested in say all party for na chew no ka che mo say ye no mo ani ni ye enkofo na ba abam no dodo na abaye family and friends mo fanche me na omo be family and friends na aga say the honorable Ken ho adanse so no the family and friends dey famfa na fichire it otrasi hu ya no say party no cracks wom because in the history of NPP Mr. Nkum ebi NC da say candidate bi akọ election na abano aden eso aden ate President Kufuor be for 1992 aduba hin 1.2 no ono pagya mu call 2.6 or 2.8 President Kufuor dey over 1.2 million and ebeka
asa abeka ho ne wo ho no abọ ho ban asa de bia abeka ho okay
President Kufuor in 2000 kasa BT ono an record e de bi beka ho 96 ne dia o hye ne saa Kufuor so fi ho Kufuor do o compare na do vote onya 2008 na do so change the President Kufuor nya 2004 o say say ana Kufuor do na kasa samba 2012 ni vote onya 2012 no do so change no an dia onya no 2008 ana 2016 po dia bogo onya no more than the onya no 2012 fast forward in 2020 Kufuor do say BT ono an record in 2016 no esa de bi be ka ho because every year no voter register no you register be ka ho
yes
it is also voter register no enipa na wom in 2020 a ye call 2024 election no ni register enipa over 2 million na asande abeka ho it is a 2 million NPP anya hwe no o den kemu 500,000 ye den ento abama NPP it in Canada the calculation is that the aba NPP nyana in 2020 no in 2024 no it will be plus 500,000
okay
nanka yen side den empegem now when there it was out of the normal say eso sa team mo ba form na anya 1 million anya 1.5 anya 2 million ekoye 2.1 million Entusha na Mr. Nkum beat every logic of a political election be NPP akọ
okay
I say I mean why see the be ayekọ na who win you say one win you cry na Mr. Nkum vote no it shouldn't fall below your previous results
okay
who win no it no be say no party no be wo party for bonu so it in as much as all born to ano ye ka efiasem na ya kan ye ho abom na ya ginja the base na ya kan ho abom se adwuma na ye nyina na ye den ye enti mumma ye mfa odo ene anigye nkan ye ho mom na ye ntumi mpagya party no free baabia ye wa nei na ye mpagya mu nkoso enti ona mu kan ena na meka se ne unity tour no a ginger the base of the party it has brought back the MPP spirit ahia no akasa mo de franka na be hye nsa na waye no mo because so Honorable Ken be flag bearer he can do better than what he's doing today so be flag bearer now he's going to rally everybody around and make sure say the flag of the NPP is hoisted higher
okay
in enya dia Honorable Ken eba be flag bearer na ba be dum MPP ja
yabi
or be boom aso no call
e be pia kosoro
sa
numbers na conform do.
Mr. Nkum, Honorable Ken, ebema obia who say a first timer can win election convincingly without Obi Beka say Obi anchor first and we need that. Me say Honorable Ken, ebeye the first person obe make in fact sorry for my words, you make nonsense of every assertion say Obi anchor first and we need that. No. Honorable Ken's record in 2028 will make nonsense of those assertions to make sure say
when or your reference be say a champion eba first time OHENE. Liman Eba first time OHENE. Even John Dramani Mahama in 2012 first time as your friend is saying as vice president then president OHENE.
Mr. Nkum, NPP and presenting candidate bia in presidential election nipa no ye better placed to win election than 2024. NPP election in presidential election in Ghana, they have never presented a candidate or yet better placed, better positioned to win the election than 2024.
As akwada ya wona to sikafi.
Yes, see, ya
uncle school no want
ya wona to see so. What you say? Obronera ka say you were born with a golden spoon in your mouth. It is our candidate NPP presenting in 2024. Not only option than to win. The only option was either to win or to win. Only option here. Because 1992, Professor OHENE was just a professor. In 1996, President Kufuor was a former MP, former minister, former deputy minister. I don't crowd na no Daniel Buziamo abremu ne PNDC mo abremu. What you say? Enti eba na do dan kwaku fuado anamba say ono akọ higher kakra na no wo hefa no ye former MP former attorney general, former foreign affairs minister.
This is
the first time when a candidate or no yet the sitting vice president 8 years. Thank you. And to not say
and running mate for 8 years as well.
Now 16 years. And no the beating crofomon who say and ya no ma win election. Name nipa ni su ene ne ban ene de Ghana for said do mu hu no ene say Ghana for beto no enu ne BT that trick na NPP for who BT wo e ma na afei o ma shift from the battle is the loss to sisifia see enu ne e ma adwini na asesa ya na je say edipa hoyam de say election ya win awie. And when you switch from the battle is the loss obo say afei na ama obi bia say. And no anama NPP to me. So nobody can tell you and I say the choice of the candidate they call 2024 no not assembly. What I say? Yeah. Because na NPP present or they say that encore election, presidential election than 2024 that. What I say? The president's favorite and they didn't call election. But they didn't uncle ye. So Mr. Nkum, unity to no abu can ashasi. So their bedroom. Very good. It is going to help the party. A bedroom baby nipa be who say can Agyapong see a man opportunity in temwa and kaba now ebianka party na timi abie mu atre ne kwaba mu ama nipa bebre nya ho mfa so. But say the bia can say achia na mu ye de se abebu nyina. Ene
na hwe ade baako a. Omanfo nyina no edwene ho no mo ka ho asem and say look this is the man already no or you attractive outside your political party no or you attractive
amount for friend
mo twe no
yes eh
oho
amount for friend no
ana osanso ye obi a look at the message wey enra Imani Africa president e confirm say look 5 candidates now omu nyina peso omu tu frank adema new patriotic party no wahwe benkum wahwe nifa epoe ne atoye wo obia campaign na oye but so far campaign na obetimi aka ho asem eye honorable Kennedy OHENE Agyapong
exactly.
And look at the items are ode ebaye it tells you the man has message
just say Mr. Nkum eya na ede kono fair because you see honorable Ken said the benefit boy me say otumire a wachire osie na otumire no also because you see we are not just choosing a candidate so maybe NPP anim who person choose candidate Ghana for beden ebeto abama it is a Ghana for beto abama no so a na bibi eden ehye won sempanifo say bi se wanumu a na wotu ya eben na bi nse wanum a community no de to jama na wo faadi
na wo yem kura be
amen wo akoyare but honorable Ken no you see in as much as he's a politician or sign a business person now why a business for over 3 decades it's when it comes to experience in the business world that you can't beat him and honorable Ken in your businessman or no oti Ghana ha or no ABA sebi or then any share local industries in oka oye hwade o and near my oyin state of the art oshe still plant ya the first Ghanaian indigene Rankasa only 100% owned ewo Ghana ha and honorable Ken OHENE Agyapong now if you say only that international connection and can he really have that courage say or corporate such investment
continue
what you say until no honorable Ken no already no Ghana for ginidi me say under honorable Ken who say all these trade unions Guta Ghana Traders Association the ben no he is part of them he know it easy Mr. Last time I catch us say unye dollar business da you can't interest or the saying exchange rate who put in the say a new binieto. Then Momodo Sika ko share business in 2022 and another dollar near 646 cedis. Never do time I will clear on your port now could do 15 cedis and Kaguta for Kasabet Yomase. Yeah, and sa and Neno Oka Honorable Kente because he has a lot of businesses in that currency. Enti se obi ka se dollar na ekosoro muma yenti omo a obi nkwohye ba bi nkwocheche forest bureau for enka so omo no mo cause our problem.
And for the first time so be mampani a ye baba benya mampani a ono ankasa no oman no eto na ye etua ma ya gidea ye japade no otua bi.
You see se ope one of the highest pay indigenes and as citizens are omutua taxes ema amaya now na book no electricity go to on the coast store electricity don't go there okay obi only the biggest coast store in Africa
yeah
ne share bills are otua and he is not just the person or kasa in a vacuum or kasa with experience or kasa because obi okanshi ni makolase because that no me no me no jira hana no catch or pipe the way na or ya pampamu store enam street mu turn tatra ne Nazareth ne rob it was ya boy bi a ogina chiashi oshi obi ogina airport traffic light na se a honorable Kent na se because ono kwa de wo de wa konanim what I say
yeah
honorable Kent na se honorable Kent he doesn't belittle or the say hawkers on the street because ama ya juma ama papa nankasa den enim say se wo fa ne sei na fa ne sei na fa ne nyame ya wadom a utumi ye bi ma ne ye eno nti na dan no ka che delegates bi say se wo be di minister na pe say wo fiti prekopa na Paul se na ne kene Japan be ye pe na wo so be nya sika se kene Japan a wo be ko jail because one wan fa 1 year ni 2 years ni 4 years na nya sika
Debbie
well he has gone through the mill and otie hiafo ase otie sika fo ase and he understands business. And if you are not a leader, you are running a country as running your own company. What do you ever call 2 minutes?
All right.
I'm a steer and a crown, and next time you whom pony at the
steer. I say
what I say.
Save 3 months sound quality just way cheaper.
Find great deals on refurbished tech on eBay.
That was Albert. As many politicals and I'm no Eddie and Common Medical Culture say, and so better from Medical and from away no. Ya de be prapra kwem se de be ye nsuo na beto no ebetimi enya babia esese ko no akofom na ya de abobra ama bibia ayeye Honorable Kennedy OHENE Agyapong as we speak is here with us ye ba be di nkomo abusuama me na me ho na memra me ba ye betena se na afa ye sinkonwa se no Pein ye ka no senia etie we are on.
Adidida na ye enya didi preko obi a obetimi ama oba adwuma ye
na ubada achia ye na sɛ woyɛ mpanyimfo sei na mo man so atumi abɛhwɛ ho saa nipa no a wɔwɔ anisuade hunu wei ɛna wɔsɛ yɛto abama ɛnyɛ obi a ɔde ne sika bɛsie na party mmoa bi a wɔmmoa hwɛ mmoa a mede ama NPP party to extend sɛ ɛcharge me trees ɛnɛ ebinom sɛ wɔn wɔ sika yɛne a build the party no ɛmɔ de party no abɛyɛ yie ka kyerɛ sɛ wɔn wɔ sika enti yɛbɛbɔ mu sikatuo wogye sika nnɛ mɛma obiara bɛma obi but yɛnwene ɔkyena n'ano sika yɛ de maa mu ebi wɔ hɔ anaa n'ano sika a yɛwunawuna mo de maa mu ebi wɔ hɔ sɛ Kennedy Agyapong na baayɛ a nka mo mmadwuma yɛyi wɔn adi anaa sɛ Kennedy Agyapong na baayɛ a nke factories sei ɛna ɛde ba ama mmeranteɛ ne mmabaawa anya adwuma yɛ. I stand for industries, factories. Adwuma. Na nipa biara no wɔne mo nyam ne wɔ adwuma. Sɛ wonni adwuma a wonni animuonyam. Woyɛ bɛrima na wonyɛ adwuma a woyiri mmu. Woyɛ ɔbaa wonyɛ adwuma a wokunu mmu. Nti adwuma. Obi a obetimi ama watumi ayɛ adwuma ɛnyɛ sika ahwɛ wo yere no ma. Sɛnea onkɔsrɛ politician biara sika na wɔde w'anim atwitwi fo ɛnam sɛbi sika a wɔn bi. I'm going to empower you by creating jobs.
Ghana needs Kennedy, the hope for the youth. NPP delegates listen to the call for a leader who can stand up tall. Kennedy Agyapong, the man with a plan to uplift Ghana, hand in hand.
Tuaba, my Kennedy. No man, Tuaba, my Kennedy.
My angel,
Tuaba, my Kennedy.
Oh, man, for power.
Kennedy Agyapong, no, my enemy. Kennedy agenda, Ghana's hopeful plea. For the hopeless, a chance to be free. Jobs for the jobless, a vision so clear. Kennedy the answer, year after year. Yeah.
He's a man for the poor with a heart so kind, a PhD, a brilliant mind, the hope of Ghana shining so bright, leading us forward with all his might.
Tuaba, my Kennedy.
Mama,
Tuaba, my Kennedy.
My angel,
Tuaba, my Kennedy.
Oh, man for power.
Kennedy Agyapong, no, my enemy.
Why that speak Ghana is true, but Ghana needs Kennedy to see us through.
To build a nation strong and bold, a future of promise to have and to hold. He is number one. He is number one.
He is number one.
Tuaba, my Kennedy. Tuaba, my Kennedy.
My angel,
Tuaba, my Kennedy.
Oh, man for power.
Kennedy Agyapong, no, my enemy. Tuaba, my Kennedy. Tuaba, my Kennedy.
My angel,
Tuaba, my Kennedy.
Oh, man for power.
Kennedy Agyapong, no, my enemy.
40 vote for Kennedy.
Number one.
40 vote for Kennedy.
Let's get it done.
40 vote for Kennedy. The people's choice.
In Kennedy Agyapong.
Let's all rejoice. Oh yeah.
welcome back abusuama memo akwaba kakraka pa famra net 2 television menim say okan ho ewo oman 107.1 enkrapumpuni mantemo wasante mantemo nso so ash 101.1 and then infinity mantemo topeti through NAP radio 90.1 ono so ekrem ewo. Then you can also join us on Facebook and on YouTube net2 TV GH abusuya ebra so se yekopono kese so na fe enkomo kese no yeko na yekodi edika kan se Honorable Kennedy OHENE Agyapong, the incoming flag bearer for the New Patriotic Party, wono edikan atna se ewa ha. And then of course the next president of the Republic of Ghana in 2029 Ghana nyina bebo se isan se yebesan so enya independence kese pa openi no atena se ya ye ne no ebedi enkuta ho wo a wo hwe yen etie yen so no oka ho ane ye ba bedi enkomoyi ye fra me Mr. Inkom abusua ka me ho na afa ye ni enkomoyi e wo sinipe dwumadie so de di kan ye bedi kan akọ niema hoduom ekwan a wo fa so isan se ye se ansa na behunu se niema bi aye bibi no na bibi e hyase emre bi na ohe Honorable Kennedy OHENE Agyapong Ghana ha obia enim no efie bia enim no uboni din wo babia obia enim no or very very popular the whole Ghana metima ka said the most popular politician in the whole Ghana Honorable Kennedy OHENE Agyapong ono ane ye ne na sinkonwa ye ba bedi nkomo ewa ha Honorable akwaba.
Thank you.
Na bibia boko de Honorable ha de oba ahu mimi die ni enti oso de na wo hoyi
are ye puto
we no ene yedi chia ewa ha enti wo fa na me nsoma fa na ye de apem animu ye nchia eno no enti ase kyerese ye hia ye hia nso de na kyerese sunsum na hia ye sunsum hia ade baako ene ebe ye no su gina o ma number 1 Honorable the kind ma yenhwe so far uguso a wo apro wo ne party ma kasa ukọ ụba o hwese dia ekeka ekoyi a dia na betimi aka minim se wonam nyina so do ani hwe Ghana o scan through enema a wo betimi abeya abo men ene ade so far enema te say
campaign so far so good but Sir John, may you so rest in peace. Also fear delegates. Send your car if a badge was here. Abandoned wa peodia forget it. And unti mauchimunya de because why a jumading kusi se wasebno ana vision I will catch them better umuchi. But Yakodia, in fact, me what as you I got a call from Obi from a throne or catching so Edra painful be bow more now. Crowd move free or crowd on yan and Tissamedian, message, you know. I'm told just before
our northern region.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were specific, Chiana Paga. Sia near right.
Okay.
No catching so message in a new manual person there. They say the one year too.
Tinache se enduabana wo duane Nyankopon ato super eguso ye adwumaba. All right. Dedi kan ma yenko back to days ewo asin dompem. Abofra kuma ya wo maame ene o papa awo aba asase so. O se o papa edi kofi. Nti wa hia kofi there so wa hia o papa. Na o hye wa brabo ase akola ketwa wadwene ba so da se ubenyini abeduru sampempen so we.
Oh, maybe na many never be. But me in the moment, I catch him say, you want me around President Kennedy. And I order me to President Kennedy. Na papa no, na need you know. Just about the Josie. I'm saying no send me books. Okay. And now subscribe. But me and Kasadi. Now, I'm in pep politics now, Kasa. until say the free America buyer. Maybe who say me fee, me call me crew, me pem crew ba. Me call me crew na amanfo be twem wo hia. Na obia e pre bibi no. Na biza no say me den na betimi aboa obia. Ti politics no crowd e ho de madwene amaso. But we call back to America. The boss Anam Nani Yajuma. Onona 1991 almost started Dankwa Buzia Ewo New York, Brooklyn.
Okay.
Now Okobia no Nemeko. That is how we be politician.
There was a time Oka said we share former flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party in the person of Professor Albert Dubois. Na mushia na mudi nkomo nipa maboaboa mu akohia no ochia we ya say oh me beye mampani a mema position we mehia we a mema we and na ohwe wani no ka kire say you will be a very successful businessman sabre no betima ka say enkom hye no hye
And yes sir oshie nipa.
Okay.
1992 we were so sure with the euphoria in what town said party politics also without dictatorship and all those things. See, Professor Dubois was so sure. So be winning. Enti a confie me, Dr. Preku, and a lawyer, a CB, the boss.
Okay.
Nanzan from 2 years ago. And he called fee airport. And what Nano was she share? Or more. So when we be say. Nanona or tap on me say, you're gonna be a good businessman. Intinya say bia Oshishi Ankofo Anoka. Yemi form me, Dr. Preku, lawyer, Kojoa from SCD, and now Onoa Professor Dubois.
And indeed, you have also become,
initially I was offended.
Okay.
So with all the help I gave him, let me expect he said, Obekaso, young man, obey deputy minister be there. But me no who not me who sakura of himself. Say you're gonna be a good businessman. And in fact, to tell you the truth, another man we decided to go university. When I'm visual, man go university in T, me SS former, in T no case me businessman. But I go university in the ground muzo, sikeni, maminya nko mbejuma, enye misika. See, that is how it all started.
Now, why ye Juma, Emma Nyamia ye wadom, Ugusua, Unyini, Uko, and Sikasem, Ubi, Newman, kakra, any idea. Again, the cow said, Sise baby, let me go into mainstream politics. I win a GDA crowd or NPP party. Again, I'm motivating.
Well, I've been a member of parliament for 24 years. Problems a woman, advantages a woman. Timisha onimo ene obi wo TV so de da no adenti no wanka ade a obetime de eburu aye ana we aye. Bisa onu wanka se oye minister no utu omufu anu omufu ana. You see, if one question no he said no be see first year no man. One question no o ka bi I am family. What do you say? And I mean minister crowd mako cabinet crowd to make a point. I only meet my friends who are ministers and talk to them what we can do. But nobody pays me any mind. So at some point I decided to say, look, say Ghana be yedia and iswade hu no me woro. This a mia kasa ni lead country na sabi enipa ye wo ha na ye wo parliament the bia betisa ya approve law the only time sika e wo Ghana ha taxes e workers kakra no e adwuma ena port maybe yenye skefri koko no wombeto wie kra ye de kakra already because ko haji say
yeah
share exporter and negligible compared to the imports into the country. So I just decided, I said, no, I'm going to contest, win the election, and change this country by especially two things that I'll do: tourism and agro-processing. Now, agro-processing, before you do that, you need a large-scale mechanized farms. What do you say?
Exactly.
Ghana, I'll give you one example. I bought a land at the Domi, with the ethanol plant, and I'm also at the crew. 30,000 acres, 30,000 acres. At the crew, 30,000. At the Domi, 30,000. I'll come to Sege. Now, your name partners, those who are willing to partner, we will share my vision. Asema mukani say, Ghana ebro ne boarding. Inti yenkoto bro, free Brazil. Import mrawu. Na still, it will be cheaper than Ghana ebro.
Se ebro na mo beto wo Ghana ha.
Yes.
Ede aye mo ede feedi mo plant no.
Okay, if there's one AI site builder you need to meet, this is Dope Tech from Wix. Now, this whole flow is a conversation, so your words actually build your website. I'm going for a store.
This is a minimum attempt to have big farms and everything. But we share yield in one, it means a slow down. A share a bruno, the yield, they will not maximize any,
Send your Bruno Ebono.
Right. That is why I used the word mechanized.
Okay.
Let me give you one example on Sanya to us. Sege. And also, many investors kushia. We agree say you better tomatoes. Because uko Dubai port free zones wa. Nyoma akwano exporto ba se o importo eba Dubai from African countries, Senegal, Gambia, Cote d'Ivoire, and Guinea, tomatoes. Or say, or call first to Senegal. Now, a 1 hectare of tomato farms, now only 15 tons. Or not with new technology, on I'm going to say, tomatoes. New technology. 1 hectare be at only 70 tons.
Wow.
Per hectare. Yeah. So now, cost of production will be at 1 hectare only 15 tons. Now will be at 1 hectare only 70 tons. Why? Ena obetini a ton the new mano cheaper. Obese enye sika still.
Nya only 70 tons.
Exactly. Ti Ghana ebro efuonu susa technology no agrarian style of farming. Enti e ma bro nkura mbo kese enye sika wo. O dey say enti Ghana bro $250 per ton. Ghana phone susa ne bofu. But so opesa we ethanol now we competing with Brazil. Brazil is leading maize productions
in the whole world.
Yeah.
Wow.
So ethanol a ton of ethanol is $700. But so when you see Ghana a brono as it is, a ton will be 920.
On about India.
The cost of production, a broad what do you say? NT, make a said no. Sir, me per president Eddie. The reason back on youth unemployment.
Yes.
Ni be create a human ama me mbrante ni mama. Now say me nko kra e bro. No. Whatever it takes for me to produce or grow corn and get a yield that ebetimi $150 per ton, I'm going to do it. Now listen. Also, if you are able to save $100 per ton on the maize, what did you put me a bro? Na cost no be $150 per ton. In 2 years, $100 million investment in Metica.
Wow.
Ethanol. Yes. Now I like such challenges. Say ofu say Ghana intimi the culture be there home a culture say Brazil a kwan bi omo faso yen me I'll do say and beat the cost down.
Honorable a kwan Brazil for faso ma omo
of course
no obeye wo Ghana
of course
obeye mampania.
Yes. No, this one I have started already. My design no be
wow.
Baby, a delay any rounds ya miko. I guess I can start.
It's not just say before say
you
say
mommy opportunity. It looks as if it come across the president and a BBA minimum. Mommy explain more. Bemeti asisi nyoma na mno kanyina enne say me dawa na sorry ya me dua na mfa plans a look ethanol. Now let me go into coconut plantation ewo ochreku o mama me 15,000 acres
gomo
ochreku 15,000 acres baby a ye be pharmaceutical and only 100 acres 15,000 acres no medicine this me dey kube
coconut plantation.
Yes, 15,000 acres straight. Nefe me ankasa and one sugar, flour, everything. We'll get different factories in there. That's how we have to challenge ourselves. And me da osa no pa human and me planning na ideas never. Inti mi amene wo kan ebi yo wa must start that. What do I say? Ethanol no adakuru asase no me kono na hu se ekwan no se omo bank no etimi boye ba. Let's say the soil is good for ti ye de adakuru ho no ebeye cassava. Ne de adidomi aye maize na tie the intrigue you say cassava no yield no starch near a dose chain maize.
Okay.
But it takes about 8 months to get a good day from cassava. So 8 months no dear brozua 2 seasons no what so I don't think I mean say a bear bunching kwa we brew, but you get more yield from cassava than especially when you are doing starch.
Okay.
But you're afraid to be wet processing. And you want dry processing. Wet processing, you know, byproducts now being a broom, a dose chain dry. Dry no one. We ethanol no. Ya benyano ubenya poultry feeds a free. And na omo CO2. CO2 no gas. And no na Coca-Cola for beer utusoje pow. Yeah, but the quantity of CO2 I been I say Ghana or my check it. I mean they do detail work. Who be do hono no crowd profile who you are. Country no ade am person o ma check bibia e dey compare we as it. I say we'll get about 50,000 tons CO2 a year. But Ghana and consume that quantity. Enti se wo ton CO2 nuswa $200 but when you're 230 namza we still have to take a shot and sell it at $200 more export the only a year benya 30 namza it's still better than none so the go this
and then I'll benya kakraba because Ghana mebunu and mrantie maba we benya juma ye you think so still you have to do that now honorable ansana ye beto akoso na fe yakọ other products and so na ye di ho enkomo no ade ba ko be hwehwe nkofo aso se you are talking about say ye momodin se betimi aye niama wa ha ye be niama wa ne nso ya export amanfo nsem ombusa no say what about omo a import no plans be na wo between the two kwan be na be fa so be manage ni me no
you see obi import wa there na me ka say me ban me a ofi say masay na adwuma no I'm making it easier for you. One, okay. Mayor Young, not Amin Sangari, shop a factory be or Cape Coast, fact, just opposite Kevas. Amin Sangari soap. Your friend crying, Ekoto Amin Sangari soap from Cape Coast. And you have a tongue, a fire service side. So let's say we are producing rice. And then many yonko Indian Iligaza. No, so over $300 or 100,000 bags of rice imported. Meanwhile, your call, baby on board is a China Paga. Here come filling stations and rice. Oma paki, looking for buyers. One side there is a OHENE bi eba me nchen wo yendi hotel room on me debate 2 hours no catch him say he shares my vision now on me ka say last year rice odoye no eguha onya bias yes and this year the enso abekam meanwhile azab me nyonko over rice 100,000 bags or ton now assuming I stop the Indian from importing, he now goes to China Paga, Tamale, Fimbisi area, and buy the rice. Bring it to Accra to come and sell. Me say what you ma. So do obi our panic say we importer. I'm making it easier for you because wahala will go through. Ewo habo no mo twefam ne ya chi wo mu ade bia ma chiche custom vogum ani say one o hwe nipa no e ma ne tua duty na wo se makobbo barrier ewo Kumasi junction ho baabi oduru anu asa akire no aginisika who allowed enyoma no to travel that far
from the same port?
Good. If he shows his document, say what your duty, who officer when assign, who undercut for government to lose money. I will set the trader free and punish you, the custom officer, because they let them go through frustrations. What you are saying? Me a businessman to minimum. Let me a Cassandra Chro, but I not this time, Monsieur Onye, but Enuna SA Ghana. Because custom officer be a Guebi and Kotoy. Ultimate culture, Aquani Jessica was unpunished man because time or shut in your man so I'm not here, Untianaka, and we under invoice, man.
Hey.
Yeah.
Custom officer.
Yes.
In Ghana.
Yes.
Hey.
And our traders, I'm rather saving them this wahala. Instead of, you see how they lose money. They should rather praise me. Instead of say, more fear. One. Now Mrs. $1. Yeah, Tamale. Mrs. $1. 11.95. And then my $1 12.3.
Akosro.
Yes. Ekosro mema daily. Omuna okoto nyama wa lose. But so local production price is constant. No fluctuation.
What me plan usika.
Exactly.
Me say na me dey for.
Exactly. Me koto mo from Bisi. A truckload of rice. Ebe cost me say transport me say. Ebi okra ofa call na ufre. We a bank transaction. They send the truck to your warehouse. Do you prefer that or uba kremioma na beba port na chese omuko up and down? Now I am sure continue custom officer office when I cost strike a deal. When we are producing rice from Fimbisi, China, Paga, Tamale, maybe I will cut all rice. You only make the order and they bring it to you. Okay, say, because I'm a banny a year, now, the young 50 kilos of rice imported is 720. Today, 50 kilos of Ghana rice is 650.
Not just a Ghana, they know form.
Exactly. A difference of 70 cedis. Now, in economics, what we say is two things. If you want to satisfy your citizens, you should make sure supply and demand meet at a point where we call equilibrium point. What you say? That is for domestic. When you want to do export of a tawaya, if your supply should exceed demand, meaning you can satisfy the demand locally and have excess, and the excess will be exported.
Okay. Now, just say, Adiana woye no, you bet me aye emana dos more. Now, for omo ye be a way man mono. Yes, me asset or ye we answer na diakano. Now, precisely the qua amano.
Look, let me tell you, I say, a kubaba baby, and now kubaba, nay hardships. The first determinant of hardships, a biani. So usha the BMTC and hona mishwe America. Kosia boya dia president no trouble.
Kosia.
Yes. Kosia. Omudi kosia che aduani bia. Enti America for co shop. One funny idea no more say COVID time. Say aduani gu shop ne ka se mo bia empie ne ayina omkwa no mato aduani ni yina no maja bi light yem fan say ensu ato wa ha ne dum light ni yina na he doesn't care about the light he cares about the food first
because said bonu ni nipa ne nkwa
right enuntina America Europe the beer aduani afu because the aduani di agura Ubaye so unpopular. Next time, umbetu. So, what is different from America, Europe, China, and Ghana? We are the same. Yes. The only problem we have, why Ghanaians need a businessman to address them, they say, without due respect to presidents, most of them are in business. To only the hardships Ghanaian businesses and traders go through. Good. One, cost of borrowing. Very, very expensive. Two, electricity costs. Same human being and Ghana for and competing globally with our products. Honestly speaking, in your say they can never export it. And now, target it will be limited to people who can afford, not everybody. But who your business are? You should have a wide range of customers. And about a biane dia, it should be affordable to the ordinary man on the street. There's a young man here, good. this product. Whey is imported. Corn grain. It's more expensive than the imported one.
Yes,
30 cities. Now, parents are about to wait 30 cities.
Simple.
He has to cut costs, manage his scarce resources. What you say? So what I told them is, the package is nice, but he needs to go large scale so that he can reduce the cost of production and also reduce the prices. And yes, sir, the package is nice, but nipa bebre ento because 30 cities for the way. When I have a substitute ni say ade a waye ne nice metini akọ nika so mayam ebro never be cancer cocoa.
Yeah. Ofa chire hausa cocoa ne
ndo ahi. Enti wo de millet beye, wo de ebro beye, nti e basa no a ye nto ne.
Nti nipa bi say no kwan be na do
so. And I make bibi say Asia model or Asia miracle.
And say
when you see people with potential like this and they have problems, when we engage woman, now my friend, you know, engage woman and him say, is some machines some day. You see, you need a machine. A bit year way about 2,000 or 2,005 an hour before you can match this company. But they don't have that kind of machine.
Capacity in
right? Because of security. So when you identify young men like this and you know their problems, then you put in the capital for them. What you are saying? They buy equipment. Government will become a shareholder of the business until he pays off the loan. That is the Asia model.
Chese obemanu sika ebemanu atimi aye production bi ese so oye. No watua ne kakra.
Mami chro.
And on saying.
And na obi chro mi ona zamiri na na kan say professor bi argument ni. Mami chro. Se wo ya wadwene say o de sika bia no opehu bia didi opehu mfaso a you can never develop this economy. Because one, a brono airphone, our Brazil, they subsidize their farmers. They know the importance of food, so government puts in money. Okay, enti say you reduce import of food. According to Ayarga, we import between 4 billion to 4.5 billion. Now, me across a battery be a year. I know, sir. Fish, you import $450 million. Sugar, $700 million. Rice, $450 million, $500 million. Flour, $350 million. What are the 4 items in one? Almost 1.6 billion.
Sanyama we say import here.
Simple. Go to Upper East, FKK, as I see it, Daho, Fimbisi area. They try, but if they go mechanized with new technologies in agriculture, they will get a lot of yield. A bit maximize it, or profit in the what you say. One. What we have to do is the government has to come to make sure, say, rice locally being so 50 kilos, you know, should be 450. Make ready market for the farmers. First, now I make a command, and then the audio. What to do? I simply don't get it. Say, local farmers waha na 1 year ni womo rice yento. Papa bi abeche me bro 1,000 bucks. Womo nyato fonti o de bro na abeche Kumasi.
Oh,
yeah, OHENE bi o de abeche. Say me pa me nton o pese o de boa me campaign. So sad. Meanwhile, what's the buffer stock? Not buffer stock. Ekra sardine, ekra emu, ekra milk, ekra whey, yo kube milk. Ya kube ebu, yebesa trim. We are going to go minimum about 500,000 acres. All the assemblies, you are going to plant coconut or yam or maize or cassava. She said, Bibia ebisika bebre. Yes. Na ushawi. Na yebetimi di kube aye milk near cotton milk. Ya importo near the abre students. Na ya importo amu at the abre students. Ya the across schools. Na Ghana farmers no. Omo diano. Ego. What kind of country is this? And so, we cannot do away with subsidy. And yes, sir, compare the $4.5 billion Ghana for if you have that amount of money here, you know how your economy will change. It will stabilize. It will stabilize your currency and give value to
mostly ya title say aban eboa kriafo oboa de tonfo oboa we mu na sika no se be san ba back biem no ana ebetimi akoye de sese kwakoye no eno na ya asem no kwan be na obetimi afa so am de so ye
ewiase young man abia din owiase pa ni se ubenya sika e de aye adwuma enti se obi ma sika Safa kwaye juma. Now we could do Asia miracle. What they did was that. Saudi Amosika. About it is a ranty machine and omupe. One kasa chile baby machines the government will import the machines without giving you the money straight to the company. But it's in your name. You are dealing with the company. Okay, say be 3 months. You trace Canada 3 months per machines. Remember, 3 months, 1 week. Government officials will be there to inspect. Say the machines have arrived and we are fixing. Oh, in your mind, first excuse. So how many months now? We're expecting 2 months. 2 months, 1 week. They will be there to check. No third excuse. They take the uniform from you and give it to another person.
Yeah, why are you ready?
Yes. Enti me man me no muka. Say me dey me ma obesia free. Fakoye adwuma. Ye momtua. Na wo didi a mechi watu.
Ono abo no nyehye.
You see, utwi ya wo kan wa hai. Enu nti ne ho ntore wo Ghana no. Wo betimi akọ abrochire ne amosika se fa ye adwuma na abaga jenza anu hye se na ntua ne ya chime. Why you have to pay. Now, utria good. Utria any amount more. Now, the American is still going on. Chinese policy, and he said, they are now giving Chinese people money, free interest to come to Africa and develop and establish businesses. Yes. Yes, many go Chinese near Yaman $20 million on family. Exactly. So we have to be bold as a nation. But another catch of your question is politics. You see, all this Ikani mano. And I'm saying, make Canada, Japan, me politician, the discarma who are buying sika, no idea. Me no one who say a buying sika, ye need. Yeah, the ball this year, as I was saying, I'm why you do. But let me also tell you the gospel truth. You hear me talking about foreigners taking over our country economy. I don't hate anybody. I have a lot of them as friends. But I'll give them credit. For Lebanese ni jina India ni jina for Ghana for me ni jina ma obi a $50,000 or $500,000. So mfankwa yejuma. Lebanese ni din de be yejuma abetua interest no. India ni din de be yejuma. Ghana ni je $500,000 okotoka first. Otobia manere. Papa bi hotel omo mani $3 million World Bank loan. Menchira wa haya. Hotel no egu because oje $3 million auto Mercedes Benz ni yensa. Ne de baako, ne yere de baako, ne ba de baako.
Aban sekentia.
Dabi World Bank loan omo de ma. Ene anwene ne se esi ho. Menchiro first na nka mechiro. They say menchiro. So says suban na e wo Ghana for. Eno nsunti na ama foreigners have taken over our country. The good thing about foreigners is that Oma be a niece Ghana will hear me as Sikawa because on to me, Echo Bobby see free in the Krum at the Bayer Gumawa in Yesika. And no choice Ghana has Sikawa.
What the car can say me say Ghana Hano, Yanya poor, Nemum as a your leadership no, and a poor, and no as a no him saying.
Yeah, leadership a poor, he said. You need obia oche business asia. Unim problems are ewo Ghana businesses more enunti emma businesses enkoso. Ma one typical example. Onsi Development Bank. Me, I'm against that development bank.
Yeah, the what development?
Good. That is the more reason here me against it. Okoji sika $800 million. Maba establish a bank. Some more businesses. Do you know what they did? Lazy approach. They thought by giving the money to commercial banks as a loan, no one disbursing businesses. A defeatist approach complete. Now, as a government bank, development bank, and your main aim or purpose of establishing that bank is to help entrepreneurs and the businesses. Now, more establish a bank ni ya. Mo disikano akoma commercial bank, Fidelity, commercial bank, one, all the commercial banks at 18%. Yeah, how are you going to help it? Now, the commercial banks will have to disburse this money at a cost to the consumer. Okay? To ensure, say, 18% no the amount, he has to increase it up to about 25. Now, 25% interest on a loan. How can a business survive or compete? They say, me plastics, we India for me assuming I don't have my capital. Now India need ko bobisia 5%. Now me ma ko bobisia 25%. He will knock me out of business. Yeah, because the cost of production of the Indian with the loan of 5% is far cheaper than maybe the 25%.
Now, honorable, Argentina Development Bank, no, Argentina Sade Kofo Biso, Amako.
Sentina make just a defeatist approach, lazy approach. When Omzo Oma school, you know, let me give you one funny. Because birthday party be pram. Now here come business near here. There's one fine guy. He argues very well, articulate his views. Nice. Here Kasa no so called Harvard. And we'll see a board member or development bank. Now I'm watching. I'm sitting here. And while I'm sitting here, no. The church and I'm saying, one Kasa a crashing me, Oko Harvard. Is that how they operate in America? Tell me. But any argument now wouldn't finally what he said was that in fact there's a woman on their board who argues the same way like I did to him. Says they say or one person. Na nipa na woman government na establish a bank. One is to make money from businesses, not to promote businesses. Yeah. Yes. But onimsa o promote businesses no. Taxes kwano ebe mawo anya investment in the back. So, yeah. And electricity cost. Me lose 2 businesses because of electricity. Hey. Yeah. Ghana, charge micro steel plant, you 16 cents per kilowatt hour. And the crowd me go to 15 cents. My brother. Côte d'Ivoire is 80 cents per kilowatt hour. I'm about checking you know. Electricity they've gone to Côte d'Ivoire. I've lost the business. So, as a businessman, I know the challenges Ghanaians are going through. And I know, sir, if I'm able to solve that problem, and are those problems now, and the Ghana economy, I pick it. That is why I've decided to contest and domesticate everything we eat. At least everything we eat, we domesticate it. Then, the second phase of my, technology, engineering and technology. We build our own drones and everything. So we got Madagascar more drones, display farms, so any. What are we doing?
Say, opposite build your drones, instead of say,
of course. Of course. Of course. Why not? Look, Dr. Mensa, Atlanta, space, or a disco guy, or 7 patents. Anymore, Oba Ghana, I'm frustrated.
There you are. All better. Ready when you are.
Yes, Dr. Mensa, Google, fiber optic, 7 patents. Anyway, as a Ghanaian. If you like, go to America and see young men. And right now, my name is bad girl, Madam Second Born, or no finance. But see, apartment, building or team, the next door, Ghana, or more Microsoft, or more Ofie. Wow. Or Bow. And what they are doing over there. Oko, Seattle, Washington. Oko, Missouri. St. Louis. Oba, New York. It's just that Ghanaians are now everywhere in IT. Why not just see it? But we need to appreciate them. The problem we have in this country is that and painful makes it uncomfortable for the youth to grow. They all made a move in Ghana here. And unfrustrated they left. And they are doing marvelously well. Obi Owana Onye Juma and Okoye IT and go and see their homes. We have to bring these young men back. When we catch St. Louis Vono at Webster University. After everything, we're going to go into IT. For March, I'll put in $5 million. Let's start something here.
From March?
Yeah. and yes, some your president in go me assembly ama kanjero na enye we na taking me time and can you ma me bossing baby must start it that. Look, they were partner India near or person building ships in Ghana. We cited Takrady. On ground was 50 acres. Obisa, Moba crowd, 1,000 acres crowd, Menyama. Opa Google, company, friend, Aries, ARIES, who design and build ships. He is the president of Billionaires Association in Dubai. Opa Bisa Charles Bisu. I took him to the meeting. Now, Oputu pressure. In fact, or another technology. You have students are there, dropouts. Any studio, they've come here to inspect it. I don't know if you were here.
I was here.
Yeah. We're filthy rich.
Wow.
What do you say? He's begging me to sign the MOU. Miso Mami, wait February, Meba, yes. But pushing everything to February. And yet we have a demi who pushing more. Come on, started that.
I was many honorable Kennedy OHENE Agyapong and Yedi and Komo, the incoming flag bearer for the new Patriotic Party. Delegates in Koma Yedi Nano Minimse Mutiebi. Nia Oka, a yenipa, and ya do a mobile Jumano. Enti wa wo hwe no o se bo modern na choose no o ye number 1 dada enti tim no so na o medi animu na afei ommoa ama enema empeja no mmebie nwuma ama ye nyina ye nye binye abusuama menkamfo CO233 Emporium Company Limited emaw usikasem na enkoyie no ye beboa ema na siye afei se bia na wo efie bia opese oton anaso se efie bi o wani so opese oto a ni nyina no ye betimi agirem na afei ya boa amasa adwuma no akoyie pe ye kira kwan ni ani nkomo ye wo Jowulu ye Ben Pig Farm runabout no frɛ ni ani nkomo e wo 0244 533 082 0244 533 082 na ye ni nkomo tabia takum eye memedro bomodin se obema wonsa etimi aka bie baabi eto andro bia duru a o se mepeta bia takum tiano na tafre obebo adwuma amwa wonsa mpa wo ye bema mu a won na so asene ma ye de enkomo ebre osinipen ane etiso ye from Mr. Inkum mene honorable Kennedy OHENE Agyapong ane ye di nkomo e wa ha o wa ha bi e na wo hwe ya obewu se ya hyehye niam bebre e wa ha na eniam na ya hyehye wa ha no ye nton nemmom ye be kyerɛkyerɛw eniama no amoa hunu sɛ ampa ye nso so ye ɔman a se ye boye ho so a ye betimi aye bibi amia man no afa ne tampa afura ene da TV no so no me sure sɛ wankasa wahu honorable dedi kan mami musa okɔ rounds who engage with NPP party delegate so omonto abamaw eniama bebrebe we a wo de ekɔ ne ade no ene sɛ nkyerɛ mu
we pese me kyerɛ delegates say Ghana ehia ye na mmom okandifo a oti business ase any business a wo nimdie e wo businesses mo enwuma ho ene betimi abu oman no ama Ghana asesa na Ghana itself no di wo ha a blessing ko nyankopon ama ye epo asa ama ya asase one time a ye betimi edidi e wo nim nyina mu ukọ Mali Burkina Niger no mu ne ya ye landlocked country epono kura no omu ni bi omu do omu ni oma bisia na no Burkina boy abrantie wakra thermal plants a obeyi water Takoradi from Takoradi to Wase Kropon and Yeshia yebisa from Takoradi to Wase Kropon kwemo no more than 6 weeks but the young man bibisa on senti ombere or say omo eko efa Wase Kropon to baby ani to a half go so woma kofa techiman to Chiana Paga and Burkina. Now, so from Takoradi to Wasakurupon 6 weeks there. That's already there 7 months.
Wow.
But a young man is determined, say, no more so Obato power every Ghana. He is building his own. We met it. Say group will be hard, they will tell you. Now speed the aircon. Then me akokura met me akko shaka no akko by 300 meters asaba na enko na ni baby. But still the guy is determined. So if we are say you have to be determined say adie we meye na meye nso am na ebi ni mo ya nso betimi aye. I'm now example.
Okay.
Yeah. Soya beans. We call 5 northern regions now. But beer, we do soya beans. What him say? Papaya umu fremi chiana pagani na vrungo. Umu duya meko pa. Nam kacho say ye di meko eye toothpaste.
Meko.
Yes. Ye di kube ye toothpaste. Ye di meko ye toothpaste. Yeah, chili. Enyoma meko tumi ye no a omunya tofu. They were India for they are looking for meko. Wait, soya beans. Everywhere in 5 northern regions, omuye soya beans. But factory baku kure ni wa ye the soya beans ye milk. Ye the soya beans ye milk. This is soya beans with chocolate. And they milk. Soya, milk, mixed with chocolate. Yakra way from Holland and Haba. Why? Because Dana.
Soya bean
Exactly. Because Dana ni say, Argentina, there was soya beans in the na yentimi fasa factories be ma. Na yenya kokra we ediba. So when I say I'm going to ban importation of all this, you have to understand. First, for me to ban this, I have to make sure that I have all the factories in motion. Yeah, a producer. We should produce to 2 points. One, at equilibrium point where supply and demand meet at that's what we call equilibrium in economics. Then 2, when supply exceeds demand, we can export. We can export this. That's where we make money. So to ban this, we'll make sure say your produce ama supply and demand and you pay. Exactly. Now, only pebia officer wakra we are masene jumano. I'm rather making it easy for him or her. Because now, baby, I had a factory in BC. Or kowa it will not take 3 months to send your wakra na esi eposo eba. It will rather facilitate your business easier. So I'm not going to knock anybody out of business. I'm rather going to help them maximize profit. What you are saying?
Yeah.
So soya beans, to make it affordable, the government have to subsidize.
My name Abrante bi anoye banker. Oka kire me say onya sika kakra capital and ode say first no import rice at the bagana. And onya capital kakra no so ono ebeko into production. Sisi obetimi aka de ne say sinebo say oil production no o sika e chen say time and oil importation no. So what you are saying is right.
Yeah. Yeah. Such people, we have to identify them because our experience, give them big money. My interest in giving the monies to farmers and any businesses, and any say, 1, my main concern is employment.
Ghana former Benya Juma.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, now uti omuka kran, uti tax. It goes to government. You save $1 no so Mosesa Edia Koto Ama a CD no aye valueless. Our CD will become stable and strong. What you say?
Yeah.
And 3, our aim will be to export to other countries who are not thinking like us in Africa here. We will penetrate the market. Another thing I want you to know, sir, soya beans with the mere fact that a free Ghana, Abrofono.
Sir.
Yeah. So you know the strategy. You should have the market first. Me, soya beans. I have a Chinese company where we start 2.5 million tons of soya beans.
Wow.
Mr. Omer factory no.
Sir, what the Bekwa command or no man?
Omer factory no.
Na Ghana for Juman.
Yes.
Wow.
This is how I think. Make Ghana first. Baby, I'm Medri. You can't intimidate me with your wealth. It won't forget it. I want to create jobs for my youth. Look, and I may check it. Obi hard office means you had the real woman. And check it. Unemployment rate is 13%.
Yeah.
But out of 13%, youth are in Juma, Ghana at 32%. Wow. 2 things come or happen. 1, a child will say Ghanaians get work late. Ebia, when we are university at the age of 23, or by hustler, ebia 30. Good. Into here, labor force. It starts from 18 to 60. Okay? The labor force. If from 18 to 40, most of them etifia is serious. Very serious. So my aim is to create employment for this gap. Because young men and women in this country don't have confidence because he has no job. Onipa a onye juma kunye juma ya manager 6 months. Don't send a groove no ababa. Yeah, that's how life is. So to create jobs, employment, reduce unemployment in this country. That is why we have to use the Asia model to promote businesses so that they can employ the youth of this country.
Okay. And soya bean nkwano ebetimi aboyen amiyenye adwuma.
Yeah, some pen say what I will do me say I will just go large scale mechanized farm and export. But that is not enough. We have to process it here. We have to process it here.
Na yenya nso yenye bidi.
Yeah.
Ne hu ne nepa
and America about market.
Yeah.
That is why I keep stressing on partners. Now, when they come in here, when you have the partner or your business, the product internationally accepted. You bring him on board. He comes with certification. How to process it. Qualified. What do you say? International standards. And say, Oyabiano made in Ghana, na company no within a partner. Tisani amino mobile segi tomatoes. Any adakuru ethanol, adidomi ethanol no. International they accept. So to penetrate the market, initially we need to partner those who are in those businesses before.
Okay.
And yes, you ban me now. One kasa we are the crowd. It cannot meet international standards. They can block it anytime.
Okay.
So yes.
The sustainability will not be there.
Right.
It's also be to me accessing market.
Right. And you may 13, 14 billionaires now. Now, Papa, I'm no can Indian or 78 companies. Now no cry check in 82.
Wow.
He's all over the place.
Ono we yanko other product no so yefiri ho a ye beba tourist so kakra ansa na ye de yankomo no abawiye na afi yako.
Yeah, coconut. We see her ya omo ton kube.
Ye bo bi kra we nimu ha ya.
E bo bi. Also omo bo wi a ne hono no mato agu. But the honey sika no.
Ah, kube ne hono no.
Yeah, kube ne hono fresh one ne hono. Ye de ye chako. And yes, I dear ropes and
huma any bidie.
Yes. 3. Yeah, the kubehuno dry one. Coconut husk. Yeah, the fertilizer.
Wow.
This is coconut husk fertilizer. Ghana ha yesu. And you fertilizer and we are here and you say, if we have coconut plantation all over the regions.
In the UK, there are more than 3 million lost pensions. At AJ Bell, we're on a mission to reunite you with yours. Open an account today and let us help find your long-lost pensions. AJ Bell, feel good investing.
Baby, no. Me akwa my contract me de ma obi wo takrade and I know ye. Okay. Coconut husk weigh 10 pounds $15 99 cents. 10 pounds. Yeah, wait. Kubena we are what to open. And when on did you embrace organic and I'm say organic. Bibian from Intin and the board. $15.99.
Wow.
So what you say? Ebiem kube home fast. And it grown $15.99.
Yes.
This is coconut juice imported from Thailand. Coconut juice imported from Thailand. This is coconut toothpaste. Yeah, the Kubeye toothpaste. This is coconut sugar. Coconut sugar. Yeah, the Kubeye esichiri. Yeah, the Kubeye is some. This is coconut flour. Now let me tell you, coconut flour. Ghana imports $350 million worth of wheat flour from Ukraine and Russia a year.
Ukraine, Russia, and talk on affecting.
Yeah. Sugar. Ghana import sugar from Brazil and India. Over $700 million. Okaboma, $1.05 billion. But if we have about 500,000 acres, my strategy, first, all the assemblies, Sikabia common fund, you are going to use 60% to invest in agriculture and 40% for more activities. Any assembly who does not comply with this, now better say tax I'm sorry, we'll freeze your account and give it to.
Yeah, why ready?
No, you're the back farm, no ankasa. I'm wrong. Now who MC and not DC go in the word. I'll fire you right there.
Just say Obama assemblies nankasa krano ako into business.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Because with the assembly to meet now, MC via omunya innovative. Omu tinawa kusi say yɛbɛma common fund. How? Abra asase daho one time. What we have to do for them is omuye sebro nomu sekube nomu you put the factory there, a ready market to buy from the assembly. Send your debiano, ombenye sika to run a year. Yes, I want so okoya so onkoye a brew to send your papay, the brew yen to no $1,000.
Ahine moya we India ya on nyatofu.
Then one year so I'm going to make
market for every assembly.
Yes.
Now famous say go into production.
Yeah.
Now yes.
We are establishing the plant there that will process the coconut into flour. Another plant will go to another assembly processing coconut into sugar. Obi ebeye juice, coconut juice. We spread it out. This is how we make money.
About coconut and kwani nyama beye enuma
na banche we nyina coconut. We nyina coconut.
Wow.
Cream. This is milk powder. 8 million. And san baako am de chiro. Now oil. This is coconut oil. Send it here white. Different. Coconut oil. When the country say Abranti Ghana here, we need a good leader who has that business acumen. Again, not only business. You see, in business, you have to be bold to take a risk. Anybody who does not take a risk is not going to make it. So as a nation, you have to have a bold leader who says, Adiwe, yan krabim, yan yankasi yabeyewa. Yan tumi anton wa bruchira, yebedi adi. What do you say?
Yeah.
Now, display near kakra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What the oil come across 7.
And hacks fertilizer and come 8.
And now what the rope no come 9. What the charcoal come 10. Se see ya
implement at the bema.
Yeah. Kubenkwa ade be yer. Ya the banchi neoma baku 46.
Banchi.
Yeah. The banchi ethanol. Ethanol na am saying be bi o adakulu
no.
And only the alcohol no a ukọ hospital a ye dey wo na moja no ba omudu faso na astop. You can use corn ethanol, you can use cassava ethanol, you can use potato ethanol.
Nia you could eat your mother for
yeah. We are kind of spirit.
Then I bunch.
Yes. And a brew. Exactly. Gary,
and open ye.
So the same you might have a count 46. You call Thailand, a new mom display. Banchi. Idea is some banchi idea biscuit, banchi idea tapioca. Just 32 different in a normal way. A discover in a say in 46. Now the good thing is that I always tell Ghanaians a bro and a banchi are more important than gold.
A brony banchi, no?
Of course.
And who here gold?
Of course.
Oh, honorable Skakoko, now can
Skakoko, if you know what to do with cassava, on Ganjim says Skakoko. You see this? This is corn oil. You dear bronze and 1. You dear broyer ethanol 2. You dear broyer starch 3. You dear broyer flour 4. You dear bro a poultry feed 5. You dear bro a cornflakes 6. You dear bro a corn frites. This is winner is here. What do you say? So many things. A bro to me in your baku 30. And so when you craft from Canada. Why? When I make delegates at Green Ambassador say, "Oh, opportunity to serve this country, and this is what they will get. We are going to produce most of the things we import by ourselves."
Honorable, and you say your mouth can about me the banchi any a bro to galamsey as if we are.
Of course, you see, me to galamsey as here, me make sure say I've given them alternative livelihood. I engage them. I'm no muka omutima say a juma ewo hopa a banchi indomie no we na omudi ye indomie we banchi we banchi any any say rice yeah so mu hey ufi say rice but the cassava we na what the goods you mo hot water 5 minutes na abin banchi
We na a beer.
When you say the banchi malt beer Guinness brewery for we start in your byproduct neighbor in Sionu near and so top any idea beer a son of poultry feeds banchi no and in Sionu so would the goof akusi ya won't say ashi ewira a organic a year you had to replace it with this
Christ, I'm
a poison
one in our co.
say Abuchire Ghana from the Bayer Echo. Omo Edrua, this house smuggle no more. Or the Bayer no more Jeffrey. Yes, easy. Because woman who said we decide a poisonous.
Oh,
I have witnessed it at New York, Hans Point, Ghana traders. Customs are due Asamo Motria $5,000 transportation to go and burn the yam.
Oh,
yeah, New York Hans Point. So the new technology, we are going to use cassava for weedicide. Makache sauti ya kurasia. Nka omu enra na mechi gari yo yihono. Na mechiro gari nisio. Ana banchi nisio.
Baby ya no mo hye sa gari
yeah, banchi nisio. Ude gu hosi ya ubonse eshi ewira mewo. Cassava leaves are very, very medicinal. And Central African Republic, even the Francophones, omudi cassava leaves.
Banchina habaino.
Yes.
Yen ya haya de ma yen nwan.
Yeah. And what the omuyen ti se kontomre.
Eye duro.
Yeah. So, enti Ghana, we need businessmen. Yes, sir. And not just any businessman or kwandi kotobe tonkwa. Yeah. Kunkunte.
Kukunte ni na kono sa.
Yeah, but maybe Soga Kope Emiadek Enterprise. Send us your package kunkunte any buyers. They say manya customers 4 and a man of America, Ghanaian African markets. 4 of them.
Ghana Nino.
Yeah. Now no, we job with chairman. We sure they no catch him so niba. Ewo African market, ewo America. Also opibiato. And I'm the number man say onfre. Yam. Yam flour. Wow. Ghana nina ye. When you have to identify them and support them. Sanya ombetini ati ana cost will be reduced. I'm almost what price so. I'm almost to ton more. We yam flour alatafo omudi pounded yam in
techima crowd ko ha di bayere fufu pa.
Yeah, pounded yam. Meanwhile, I will say my work Ghana honey say. Ghana Dambai Nkwanta North and South, Karachi East and West, in Chumuru, Nowa TSC, Bandai, Wolensi, Bimbila, Yendi, Saboba, Tatale, Gushegu. Sa areas nina edua bayire. Now what I saw was on my way from Yendi to Bimbila. That means ya packet bayire egu awiem. Abra, we have a technology where you can store yam for 8 months. Insane.
You bet my store bayire 8 months.
I have that technology from Holland, long time. Kwashiga's time.
Bayire say wo Ghana ha afibia
$380 million. Meanwhile, what you need are blowers. We see warehouse here. Now the blowers now it is air conditioning boho. But a box tisenia Bayire ni feel it tisenia a chef form still. Roma in the levels. Say opposite a blow co this level or the Bayire ne do or the boy. Say, baby, I will near what form said. Almost regulatory adena a boss on buffum. That is how, look, what quabruchiri pay potatoes. Only one season because winter won't mean we are ready. And so every day, because they store potatoes for 8 months. I will never shop, Munso, if he said fresh. Yes. And we can store the yam. Now you release it as a when. What you say? Ebema constant or stable prices for the farmers.
Yeah.
You say, Omu tugu, essay, neka umubo. This is yam chips. We Ghana for now. More Ghana for ma basu. We Ghana for ma. I want they become creative. Now, Bayire way no. Udi chef fridge mo see ya neti. Why can't we do this and store them? Near man $380 million. The machine for this is $20,000. Yeah. 20,000. 20,000. Now you crack potato chips from a butchery and a restaurant. Home the other year. Home bar. Home the cold rooms. Some say, I know.
On my moon to me and
precisely. That is what I'm saying. When your rockets
I mean now so be me juma amanko fu anya juma.
Yeah, so we all say who come so
yes.
A cold, a freezy.
Come.
A freezy.
Wow.
So these are basic things. That is why I'm saying that we have to get the basics right. Said when you don't get the basics right. So, Ghana, I'm saying that we are not poor, we are rich. This is tomato juice.
Tomatoes, yeah.
Yeah, a ton of milk. Meanwhile, 5 northern regions, the Bian tomatoes, Biana essay, Oko Volta region, Akachi North, Agwetime, and the rest, even Eastern region, Mprayoso, Abetifi, Omunina Yewe, tomatoes, na essay, na any Accra, tomato juice. Now, we are healthy. Any member now 40 and above. Udi tomatoes are shrinking or prostate.
This is a gift. It brings joy. It brings connection. It brings peace. And the best part, it costs way less than the new price because it's not new, it's refurbished. Guaranteed.
Not a single factory in Ghana. It means juice and a tomato paste.
It's a cranny na.
Yeah. Tomato paste. Emra is serum tomatoes who say na ekra. Enti wo a wo fi se me se me ba ni we na me gu adwuma no wonte ase. Me nse wa adwuma wo. Me ma wa adwuma aye easy. Say, ya the factory ni kosi north. Just by order. Let me say free zones wo adwuma o order. Near ko outside Ghana, near Ghana, o order. Na truck no deliver
the amount.
Far better than say if you na wo cranium man I will create 3 months the cost of 4 CZ. A man mu edi dwabra mu bre wo port no.
Omo bre.
Enya sem kitwa.
Honorable we nyina wo keka nyina wo ka na wo ka northern region yete say o ka say
Ministry of Agric beko.
Yes.
Because Sasia a 5 northern regions the whole Ghana be except Volta region. But Volta region and soon they say 5 northern
regions. No.
But more disadvantage. Disadvantage more a proximity to market. It should be a governmental or taking bold initiative to promote it. Investment over there. Why? Anytime I met to coin aquabruchibia, me bought Ghana who deuro, me marketing Ghana. Investors, we can do it here. Oh, wait, you bet here. No man check it. Then they come back to me. Before I chose Volta region, but the Volta region and a northern region and a call for the ethanol. The call, so how many hours will you take you from Volta region to the port? They say 1 hour, 45 minutes to 2 hours. How many hours will it take you from northern region to the port? They say 12 to 14 hours. The one how much is Volta region because of the distance. So what you are saying. And because of the distance, you have to make conscious effort, say, assassinate that one and go waste as it is now.
Okay.
Government policy. What do you say?
Yeah.
You can cut it short. Because fortunately, northern regions are closer to Europe than Accra.
Okay.
So we can have cargo planes. Hangers, no, storage in Kwa. And cargoes, a move it. Because we call Burkina, my hotel room, me down the Everton, boom, 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 boom. Ube say it you, and yet you. Planes are air landing, and Nagoro, air for vegetables in a Yako European market.
And they're free Burkina,
yes, yes.
And I yet here.
Because I must say, Yantuma, Omomti Brofo, Beko, IMF, Akoji low. So, yeah, wait, and you couture, and I seminar.
Wow.
Imported from Korea. Here, Tamale or Barbie, or the Nkuto, and I seminar.
Wow.
Share butter, Ashiba Company Limited. Benefit. These are the people makers they fall under the Asia miracle. So effort here we're making. The government has to come in and support it to grow the business and employ the youth. That is all I'm saying. It's not anything difficult. Say and support to there, forget it.
Me who be time I will call northern region no. Me who say paddy rice egu ho na wo mo say paddy rice egu ho nyina no mfidi a ye de beso ho keke kra no de ntia mo no ye ton na ho.
Yeah. Yeah, paddies. How much is na tintia because machines in your.
Now, honorable, and near my work exhibit yen ye crow ha, you bit my yaha any idea in ano. Ye wooden in now.
Wait, body I porridge.
Body cocoa.
Yeah, body cocoa. We Ghana Niba and Oyebema or Himan Lower Dincha constituency. So they are all making effort, but almost finished product, no body. That's why we have to come in. Yes. Young boy back on Sobolo. But the Sobolo IET.
Ah.
Yeah. Mami back on so dearly. On also the package. So beautiful. Wait. Sobolo. They said on package in there. This is the tea.
Wow.
When you lift in there, he never.
We couldn't.
This is all I'm saying. When no one knows that mommy were a lecturer. I mean, in the Bishiaka gens, when you go concentrate you away.
Onjai.
And the children, of course. Or we bet me a more than at the children.
And correct.
So there are so many things we can do as a nation, but you need a leader. Or you bold, like I say, we have to start it. Nobia yes, you bet me. Sanya Sadia, or mine. Na bisia ye bo. Ebi a bo bisia de kutuaka. Ye de ka ni abo bisia kutua. Ne ka no ye kese. What kind of country is this? When you now the general can say, oh, say, party, oh, Cassandra.
So, all kind of credit.
Yeah. Me who tell you how Ghana need NPP painphobia, because I'll tell you like this. No mutie means what, and can we baby every year. Then the two each.
Honorable Mayor, a parky, and sa robano, na.
Wait, container parks. Me am a company in the produce.
Oh, really?
Yeah, me am produce. Hey, sir, sacks way. Oba, why do you design bar near Chama?
Yeah, Chama. Oh, okay.
When nano, a woman in an, where mum dear, a petrochemical, you know, dear. But you bet me the Kube. Anna, body, sa carpet way away. You bet me the body, aye. Body stem, aye, twatcher, na banana stem, na ya twatcher.
You try body any free, so I listen na ya twatcher.
Ya twatcher, ya the carpet way, ya the way.
Wow.
It me the year full. A woman. So many things.
You know, just say, yeah, no,
yeah,
we see.
Wait. When you know,
body,
yeah, body.
Wow.
Yankopon Eshira Ghana, Papa. The Bia Yesunia. Mesre delegates, Omunya Madon. No more, Yamis meeting me. My role model is Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, President Kufuor. Yeah. Now, me say omuma me chance. Kwame Nkrumah di 9 years the year no more year, the 8 years be beating record.
8 years.
Be beating Nkrumah record.
Kwame na befaso.
Very simple. First, me 100 days, I'm going to conscientize Ghanaians of their mindset. Let's love our country. We have to be patriotic. We have to be honest to ourselves. We have to be disciplined with time and everything. And if we believe in this PhD, sky is the limit. Because Ghanaians are very intelligent. We can do things. If you love your country, some people, when they get the opportunity, they amass wealth at the expense of the poor people or the country. I mean, that's all. Many young billionaire be na kasa. Problem our corruption only. Question was that who says maybe I want corruption? Corruption, but more Africans, I do business in a lot of African countries. Problem Africa for one say. Sadia near 10. Instead say obedi 1, not the 9. Among state, would be 9 and not the 1. But woman bro from corruption would be 1. Not the 9 among state.
At least why you be a more man.
Exactly. Timeno corruption mean wedi. Mean and wedi. Yafi na mbefre the back end say kwa minister no ma woduma. Odi mi din koya onu a we kura ni din ni ma ozu kura mesa Jeffrey ni zem.
Say odi udin kopa adwuma akoya.
Of course, maji adwuma. Abe oto oya adwuma. Nti odi di machi oya na din say de be me ho ko akobule ministers ni a we kura ni din wo kura maji. I love my country. Yeah, yanya say ye. Na say obi a hu say me bakura me man a chance na wo a wo tinje. There me you adi.
Honorable yeah,
maybe you are you di agagu. Na chwatum.
Who in adi no asa ache na.
Yes. Me no watum. Anti no mu mpese me ba no de ani omu nyai.
Ba so de obeba.
Yeah. Ya nyen sa. Ya nyen sa Ghana enkoye.
Now, Honorable, yes, sorry, so young kakra about tourism. What the kind I can say, open say the center of the world.
Yeah.
Ghana, Hano. We see hotel.
Ghana is the center of the world. Yeah, no, we have to make noise about Ghana. Talking about Ghana, promoting Ghana, marketing Ghana. Bibia Ghana is the center of the world. In Kawe, advertise so I'm going to build a hotel as a landmark in the middle of the sea. Now, okay, Ghana for a year, Oko Dubai. You see, hotel, 7-star, fortunately, Nipa will see our hotel minimum of Jordan or Jordania, but the number Ghana happen.
What number Ghana?
Yes. Now, if you say me drama no mukeke me did not back ya kotema. What he saw and he said, baby, nautical miles remove the any wachiri, but we'll give it as a symbol.
Okay.
What you say Ghana near the center of it. Now, baby, ubenya sa center of the world. Temaport no, a bloko. So, move call. Echo Jehovah Witness ne maritime school where the hotel no ABC ye buy no tie office me di tru ana mani mre me invite na buy na okachi am say oko Harvard na I didn't know na the classmate e wa ha
e wa Ghana ha
yeah only B5 India Nina or yes steel plant. I a friend B5, the classmate, you know.
Wow.
G menen B5, anyone no, any a call Santoku, Villaggio, restaurant, Ecodi dia a bon common. Semi winnie ya and ya started at that.
It is on Nebaha 2023 no.
Yes. And I may walk. Businessmen are ready to build or partner Ghanaians to do it. Yes. I just don't talk.
Because
of course. Now, a 7-star hotel. Now, everything you see is gold. It was a bottle of wine, $13,000.
Hey.
Yes. Now, person me business may be show. But trust him that this African knows what time it is. You see, most Africans sell themselves cheap when they see the white men. Sir, near Munkajro, you the num and the num. India Nino buy or a billionaire. But Oba me man a Bentley, me man Maybach, me man S-Class. I think the man forecast and a Lincoln Navigator. So I think you know her. or inviting me to Dubai. Because I'm not doing late. I did chain also the Rolls Royce. ABC driver account throughout days now. Why? Because Obayano, the call restaurant could did ya, no person did matter. Only matter did or no betriaka. How? You are in Ghana? How? No. What do you say? Me take over Ghana ni bi or uncle fu say papa no what is your billionaire no and no. But we are yeah, they don't get impressed with you. What do you say? Yeah, one day sa hotel on friends hotel Ocean restaurant na call Ocean something. Yeah. I bought a bottle of wine for $13,000.
Wonderful.
One said, this is a different Ghanaian. That's why they believe me and ready to do business. Right? Back up, many call steel plant. Ekwe original no bisam so. Inti I had loans and now I did everything all cash. I said, what? Or many billionaire. Or no billionaire. I said, how? You mean you built this yourself without bank support? He said, yes. I said, how much shares will you give me? I want to buy shares right there. Confidence. Last week, my general manager Baku friends said on team. So I can't bear 6 weeks, I can't bear 7 weeks that time. What do I say? Jomu shred you maybe why ye?
Okay.
And omo I believe in
because no money in your GDS or
exactly. And they check your profile. Sanka haya maybe what check me profile only bibia. Now questions will be put to would be trope if you are no man mark you. They are not ready to do it. Because what check you bibia. They make truth pays, honesty pays. Let me see.
Alpro with calcium, vitamins, and less sugars. Parents know it's healthy, kids know it's delicious.
But may you confident. Ghanaian businessmen be brave. Omunya partners abrofo. No more chipping omu so low. Bibia say me koni krum. Now me koni krum. Ash. There be akwane yem small Dubai. So ba ha emu. Omu shishe shorts jeans bia. Omu di betwa mu ko. The confio Emirates Heights, I say Emirates Hills. I say Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Now, Ghana Fontaine. Sorry, say brofu. President of Billionaires Association. Nifi. Ekwa omo de body ahaban. And I plate.
Body ahaban.
Yes.
Said ya you didn't know for me.
Yes. Sikanini fee. Yakotna why invite me to lunch. Many banana leaves or plantain leaves. And you serve what be an kakrania, they are also fish kakrania, they are also meaty kakrania, vegetables. Yeah. God and you be now decontaminate, don't say decontaminate crowd. Or no, or what? Nano, young man, now Google, yeah, 80 something. Now, because you call me office already, 78 companies. As you see, or the year can one, or say 81 as 82. Now, you did you about the habas. Now, over the woman's or say almost top star be, and we invite in. Also by ourselves on one ordinance. Wow. What I say, I see Kafuabu, and so Ghana, and we are sa omunti.
All right.
Oh, I don't sell myself cheap to them. But I make sure, say, my honest and decent. Yeah, I'm going to build the confidence that Mamenga Central.
Okay.
This guy Aries wanted to enter Ghanaian market or our economy, looking for a partner, a young Ghanaian, and a Debrem say the only honest businessman or trust a Canadian Japan. Good. That day near war. UPSC. Nansaya UPSC. The one your mommy message say, oh, billionaire be say social. Hey, what name social billionaire? Okay. Now say the following day. You could share one. Urban, no me 8. The buy. I'm doing call breakfast. You kasa yeah. If you say, boy, no, or introduce me, ma was struggling. I said, Omo Bruno, so. Ti, in your mapia was a oye near, now I'm catching. Okoji, Omoda, Cheddar.
Okay.
Ti, Omoko high in the cars, trying to impress them. Now, was a crash over Boca. I have the Bentley, have the Maybach, have S-Class, have the Lincoln. You guys come and take it. Gave them drivers. And the BIA free. You know what I'm here? And my, you did what Papa no fee. You know, only a trap picture. And Otsuma driver no to take us to the company headquarters. I know this time, Otifie and we manage BBA. But no person a koshe egmemu. Now we kwa Ghana, you waste space, Papa. Oh, engineers, ITs, cubicles, be a laptop.
Yeah.
Let's see on here. Like your bedroom, picture now, we try you draw a book, the head office, then Aries, welcome, Honorable Ken and Mrs. Christina, Agyapong.
Just we try picture now, or the BBS.
Oh, yes. Normally, a call studio. Me almost see a baby you have. Now, a technology in any say you be teaching people, teaching you. To send your movie. You may have a movie theater. So, into about me say, or tell me respiratory system. I don't know the example. The upper, mid, and lower lungs. How it works. In his household.
Yeah.
And why studio. What you say, oh, chere, Tino see him for had the first Ghana universities or say some of India because say hotel classroom na a theater na studio. You pay attention more than say students in it goes away disturb where you say this is a movie. This is a movie. Oh yeah, that's the system.
Wow.
I can sit here. Also, we start with the studio. Obet me 50 an hour. Every 1 hour be wow. So I really want to change Ghana if Ghanaians will give me opportunity.
Honorable, what the kind I can win sim at the Ache Ghana for any omwake na ubia ehel. Na me pesa ore camera nim na one delegates edi nkomo 5 minutes na fe edi nkra ona sikwan so.
Yo nia mekani se delegates enya gidie wo mu se me ba enipa wo wiase a woni munyam ani wo dwuma se oni adwuma oni ani munyam e wo fie intermediate the day me nka se me mabi efise be fa car na di abane mema obi a bidie bemmom ebinima yo magi so ye be bo sikatuo na wakoto abama no sa ideas ya me wo any nyoma me wo ni. It's not just in a blind man's world when one eye man is a king. Maybe all the eyes see. And I'm telling you what the two eyes are doing. Permanent jobs. Every month you see money. Because now we are got to your idea any sika ye. You call opposition, say sika woje, what do you say? You're Juma and I'm the man wa and can never put the way you. And the good thing is in Koma here, businesses are making. I'm talking of private sector, not government, police, immigration, fire service. The people are fine. But I want to build the private sector. Let me employ Ghanaian youth, especially permanently. Inti delegates, Munya Didier Muse. For the first time, a businessman is also contesting. Let's give a businessman a shot and see. Say, Onunsu betimi aya. Me call rounds meka. Se mentimi anya, better ami ye 4 years. Muntuntia me.
Yempu ya betna han ya kan bibia.
Yeah, muntuntia me. Na so mutu mamia as flag bearer, I'll beat any NDC candidate hands down.
Honorable 2024 elections, so share a year woman. Anya de ketua wow party munipa 2.1 million antwaba. Ubetima ko munyina back.
Metimi di omunyina back. I'm loved by Ghanaians. Now here call rounds. Don't worry, aya ye papa. Ubenye ho akatua. Na entise be a politics papa we. Politics papa we crowd here. You become an enemy to them because obi a mebu an kura. Oh yeah, there be our home watch ya. Hey, miss watch when you will be. There's a competition. You are also crying out and baron them. You see?
Yeah.
I said, I got you know.
Matthias.
So, no such a unity, and what? Inti, all I'm saying is, Ghana, a day year. Let's vote for a man who has devoted himself to help mankind. Koye ko round testimony a man for ma. Yeah. Enra ana enra so be maybe of that form say menam tua the bus school fees anye sa enka ne graduate ni fee.
Wow.
I just you call Ablekuma North abayo bi so be gina ho ebu kotodwe o say one of the girls because for mu free Lebanon eba ye call Tom Katamansu obi mami onuso liba medical school just everywhere, and these are delegates themselves.
Okay.
All other candidates in come on one Emma no show mu videos nhwe say obi akọ baby Emma nipa bi po abegina ho e dia dance afa ne papa yo ho ana
yenya hu.
Yes, inti Ghana for Enyoma Amaye or 37 Confanoche, even year call rounds include donations are making to hospitals. Candidate Ben and all qua or Green Ghana for whom I are for say may call Numa Koche Omu in no Yamfa Mua. What to be Ben?
A woman de Bebosike too.
Right. But mention me, and Tina Ghana for are ready to vote for me.
Yeah.
Komu ni se makuma muye na obi a wakuma muye a opese wonu adi ye no ubayi o mani ye ene wadi ye.
All right.
Nti mesre delegates monya kokuduro sabre ehunahuna ni ho, president ni ho, vice president ni ho, minister ni ho, MC ni ho. Ti se obi a nyi obi a. Nti montie ni Ghana foka. Ghana ukwa sorry dem kwesi ada Kennedy Agyapong. Oti trotrom Kennedy Agyapong. What you basin Kennedy Agyapong, Oko bar, boys, Kennedy Agyapong, Oko saloon, girls, Kennedy Agyapong. Everywhere you go, Ghanaians, I'm the only luckiest politician. Maba, semibe contest. Ghana fuankasa epa me party for chose. Yes, Remo, Mumfa Kennedy Agyapong, near Betuamon.
Okay.
And the delegates. 31st January, Okwa, where the Yamiadum, Esro,
number 1.
May see Trasi baby, number 1. And we are and once on the super. But I believe in them. Okay. They know I stand for them. I'm with them. Intino, Yamin so, pressure.
All right. Ma yana wase say o busy schedules ni na wutimi enya abre e de e ma enti ukwe ubefa wota no na yasan de dinkra.
Sana we.
Aye.
Ready me who be that? This a Kansas City.
Enti eno aye honorable Kennedy Agyapong ana yene no edi enkomo e wa ha. Abusuan say we delegate a waka ni nyina e de akyerew se bra wo bre nyina se de be ya wo delegate onso betimi anya adwuma ye eno antia enye bibi ano wo pe because baby a wadru sese no anka owo enough a betimi ahwe no ba se de be ya wo delegate onso abrabo be ko yi ntia aha ne edi si nyankopon ya adoma e chena beba na ya to aso ye fra me Mr. Income